Now, KS95 and Martin Metal present high school basketball featuring the Tipton Lady Cardinals. This high school basketball broadcast is brought to you by California Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, Shelter Insurance in Tipton, Remax of Sedalia, Butch's Small Engines, Insurance Associates America, the Tipton Latham Bank, Pivotal Realty, the Tipton Times, Tipton One Stop, Farmland Grocery, and Higgins Asphalt Paving Company. Now, Tipton Lady Cardinals basketball on KS95.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to today's Elite Eight matchup. Across Missouri, there are 8 Class II girls basketball teams left in the entire state playing ball. After today, there will be 4. Those 4 will move on to Mizzou Arena with a chance to compete for a state championship. I'm Colton Taylor, the coach Jason Vansel with me. We got Jacob on the camera and back at the studio engineering things, Mark Sidebottom. Coach Vansel, it doesn't get any bigger than the postseason, specifically in the Elite Eight. I mean, you win today, you're only playing on a college floor from here on out.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. The Final Four is always a big deal. And this game will send the winner of it to the Final Four. So there's a lot of nerves down here. I know both of these teams are used to being in the Final Four over the years, but still yet, man, that's still a big thing to go to that Final Four and be one of those final ones competing at Mizzou, especially.
There's going to be a lot of storylines around today's game. You can paint this picture however you want, whether it be the fact that Tipton's trying to return to the Final Four for the 4th time in 5 years, whether it's the fact that this is a rematch from last season. Last year, this exact game, exact circumstances, Elite Eight was played in Clopton, and Tipton got the win to go to Mizzou Arena. Another storyline you can pick out is with a win today, Charlie Bailey moves to 110 career wins and becomes the winningest Cardinal of all time.
Pretty cool.
And we want to throw in another. There happens to be a young woman out there with a brace on right now warming up that we haven't seen play in this postseason, and it's safe to say she's a difference maker.
Yeah, she's going to make a huge difference for this Tipton team, I think, just being out there. And I think for her herself, just to be out there again moving, is going to be tremendous for her moving forward here for this Lady Cardinals.
And that lady we're talking about, by the way, is Miss Maddie Carvajal. Maddie suffered an injury. Won't get into too many details of it because I just don't feel like that's my place, but it was an ankle injury. And I got to give this girl all the respect in the world right now, because when you suffer a injury like that, which is one that's just not going to heal on its own, sounds like could require doctor's assistance, it would be very easy to just put your head down and say, well, that's no fun, man. That's how the season ends for me. Man, that's tough. Instead, Maddie has been on a program to try to get this thing as right as possible. She's got it taped. She's got it braced. And she's out here because she wants to fight with her girls. And when Maddie is 100%, she's one of the scariest players to guard in all of mid-Missouri.
She's a very scary defender. I know that. That girl gets more steals than anything I've ever seen. But
yeah,
I have, and like you said, without going into details about her ankle, I've just heard a lot of Tipton people say this girl's playing with some real pain. And I commend her for that, because that's just, you're going out there to sell out for your teammates and try to get that title.
Yeah, that's the kind of athlete and competitor that Maddie Carvajal is. But we'll talk a little bit more about this Tipton offense and even this defense that's been putting up some crazy numbers in the postseason. Plus, we'll catch up with head coach Jason Culpepper. This is an extended version of our pregame show because it's the Elite Eight. It deserves it. By the way, this whole broadcast brought to you by our friends at Martin Metal, northeast of Versailles. Martin Metal, a proud sponsor of these Tipton Lady Cardinals. More of your pregame show coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Martin Metal, just outside of Versailles, Missouri, is proud to announce the operation of our new laminated post-production plant. We now offer our customers high-quality glued, nailed, and planed 3-ply, 4-ply, and 5-ply columns. Yellow pine and treated 2x6 and 2x8 constructed. These posts won't split, warp, or twist, and are backed by a 50-year warranty against rotten decay. Order by the job, the bundle, or the truckload, as we offer delivery in Missouri and across the heartland of America. Call Martin Metal to find out more. 573-378-4050 and move your project forward with Martin Metal.
The Tipton Latham Bank is a locally owned and operated full-service independent community bank serving the area since 1906. The Tipton Latham Bank N.A. is an equal housing lender and a member FDIC. The Tipton Latham Bank is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Stop by the Tipton or Latham branch or visit TiptonLathamBank.com.
California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has been making happy customers for years with dedicated employees in sales and service. They're your hometown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram dealer and proudly serve the community and surrounding areas by offering new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as top-notch parts and service departments. Find out for yourself why their customers leave happy. California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on West Buchanan Street in California wants you to be another happy customer.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Aaron Long in Tipton.
Tipton One Stop is your ultimate convenience store destination on Highway 50 West in Tipton. Stop by for your favorite snacks, refreshing drinks, and a fresh meal from the in-store Subway restaurant. Plus, fill up your vehicle with quality Synex fuel. Tipton One Stop has the cleanest restrooms in town. Don't believe us? Find out for yourself. Tipton One Stop, open daily until 11:30. Proud supporters of Cardinal Athletics. Tipton One Stop, where convenience meets quality on Highway 50 West in Tipton.
And we're back in this pregame show, this Martin Metal broadcast, as the Tipton ladies and the Clopton Lady Hawks are set to do battle here this afternoon. Once again, this is the Elite Eight matchup. Winner moves on to the Final Four. And we'll be getting updates. I've got to remember, Jason, if it crosses your mind, remind me after each quarter. I somehow got a friend reached out who is covering St. Vincent in their matchup, that game will decide who faces the winner of this one in the Final Four. And so we're going to trade some scores out and whatnot and see how things are going. St. Vincent, the favorite in that matchup, as they have been a powerhouse.
They're playing Canton. Is that right? Or
no. Clopton took out Canton to get here.
Clopton took Canton. That's right.
Yeah, Clopton.
I don't remember who they're playing then.
That's terrible. I'd have to think about it.
Right.
Nonetheless, St. Vincent is, like I said,
they are the heavy favorite, aren't they?
Yeah, no doubt about it. St. Vincent's been very impressive. But like I said, this Clopton team has been very impressive as well throughout the year, as they come in with a record of 24-3. And it's very tough to compare schedules, though, because opposite sides of the state. They're not really playing similar teams, but you look at their losses. They lost to Central Southeastern Camp Point out of Illinois. They lost by 33 to them. They lost to Highland by 10 points. Now, Highland stands out to me. Highland, while they are 24-4, they're a Class 3 school here in Missouri. And I don't know what to think about it. Like, I look at some of the teams that Highland lost to, and it's like, I don't know how I feel about this. I mean, Highland, I was trying to see, there was a similar one on here I thought that Highland had played that really stood out to me, but I'm not seeing it. They beat Hallsville this year, but Hallsville was pretty down, if we're being honest. Either way, they have an impressive record. Like I said, this is a Clopton squad at 24-3 coming into this game. Tipton, a 25-win team now, I believe. Tipton coming in with a record, as 25-4 on the season. So similar records, but let's be honest, it's the Elite Eight. You don't have bad teams in the Elite Eight.
No, you don't. And, one thing about playing basketball, it's just like me and Rich Williams were talking the other day, talking about Southern basketball teams. You go down south, it's a whole different style of play, and you better you better tighten up your wood screws because they'll put you down. It's a very physical style of play. So when you talk about these states or teams being from different parts of the state, you never really know what kind of style of basketball that is in those parts of the state. But I do know this. I was telling you, Clopton, I go to the Final Four all the time, and that name's always in my head. If they win today, this will be their 12th Final Four.
Wow.
They've been in 11 of them already. Now, that's stretched out from, I believe, 1987 all the way up to their last one. Was a little further back than I thought. It was 2019. But but still yet, these are the daughters of girls that went to the Final Four. These are the nieces. So you have an expectation in Clopton, man, to get to Final Four. So I think this is going to be a great game, honestly, because we know the expectation here in Tipton, Missouri.
I will say, as we watch them in warm-ups, this is a good Clopton squad. What's going to be interesting for me is there's going to be a fight had on the block tonight.
Oh, yeah.
As Ava Schlotzhauer, I believe it's going to be Ashlyn Noah, number 22. She is just a sophomore at 5'9" that is going to be matched up with Ava. I'm trying to think of how to say this. By the way, this game's streaming at Misha TV. The link is on our Facebook page, $10 pay-per-view. I don't know that I've seen a player one-on-one that you want to leave against Ava without help. And that's no disrespecting, but it's just Ava's footwork is not that of a post. It's that of a guard. And when she isolates you on the block, she can score with either hand. She can shoot from mid-range. She can step out the three. And honestly, her aggressiveness has just grown throughout the season.
That's what I was getting ready to say. You're trying to tame a tiger right there, man. She is aggressive as any guy I've ever seen play basketball, and sometimes she just gets downright angry. So she's going to have her hands full, and she's going to guard her.
I got to tell you, I'm watching these warm-ups, and I just saw Maddie Carvajal step into a mid-range jumper on this 3-on-2 fast break, and didn't even think about grazing the rim, just buried it. And she looked back at Coach Culpepper and gave him a little smile as she pulls another, and it's up and good. And it's like, all right.
If she can do that, if she can just give you a good look, get a good shot up, because she's a decent shooter.
Yeah.
I don't expect her to do a lot of other things because, she's got a major injury to her ankle. So, but she's a competitor.
Like I said, there's going to be a lot of things to talk about. One of the things is, by the way, this Tipton defense. This Tipton defense in the postseason is allowing 22 points per game.
I know, that's crazy.
They've allowed 25, 17, and 25. And don't get me wrong. Do I think Clopton has a chance to get over that 25 mark? Sure. Do I think Tipton plans on holding them to 25? Sure. I got to say, Jason, this Tipton defense, and it's not like they're playing bad teams that can't score. They are just guarding like their life depends on it right now.
They're cranking it up. They're getting in postseason mode. There's regular season mode and there's postseason mode. And right now it's postseason mode. It's time to get rolling.
Yeah, that like I said,
defense is how you do it.
The TTC, as I affectionately call it, the Tipton Torture Chamber. It's no joke. When you hit the postseason, they open the doors. They say, "Welcome to our torture chamber. We'd like to show you around. I hope you enjoy your stay." No one ever does, though. They don't really seem to want to revisit it. But
I just don't get the results I used to get.
And then when you flip it around and you think offensively, what do these Tipton ladies do? Jason, they've had a three-headed monster on offense in this postseason run. You got to start with the sharpshooter, Charlie Bailey, who's just knocking them down in the corner right now. Charlie, over her last two postseason games, has 11 made threes. And one of them, as we saw at Harrisburg, she pulled that thing from the front row.
Yeah, it was unbelievable. But even those three, Colton, the other day, those three were rolling. But then Petrie hit a three or two. Anna Crane dropped one in somebody's face.
Yeah.
They'll hurt you. And those two girls, I don't want to leave them out either. They play some great defense, too. Tons of steals. So, three-headed monster plus a two-headed mad dog over there following them up. I don't know how to describe it. It's a team.
I love that analogy because that's spot on. Like, I got to say, the growth of Anna Crane, the growth of Lara Petrie.
Oh, they've been playing awesome in this postseason.
And then you've got young Miss Bestian coming off the bench. Emma, has been the sixth man for this squad, and she's gave them great minutes.
That's a little freshman that doesn't give up any ground out there when she's in there. So, yeah.
I think it just goes to show when you're used to battling with this starting unit every day in practice, you don't really get worried about other teams' units.
Well, exactly. When you play against one of the best teams in the whole Midwest every single day, you've probably seen it all.
Well, as we get ready for things, we did have a chance to catch up with the head coach of these Tipton Lady Cardinals, Coach Jason Culpepper, before the matchup, and asked him how his squad looks going into this Elite Eight matchup.
Look pretty good. I really feel like our defense has been really good here for the last couple weeks. We've been holding teams to season low totals. Offensively, I feel like we've started a little slow last couple games, but I think that will go away tonight. I think we'll take care of business on the offensive end. So just got to make sure defensively that we continue to take advantage of understanding our matchups and make sure that we are in the places we're supposed to be and make sure we make it very difficult for teams to score on us.
We've got to see some different looks defensively from teams in the postseason. Last week, you guys went up against a 2-3 zone, which it seemed was very focused on taking Ava out of the game, but you still found a way to get her the rock, especially in the second half. What do you expect to see defensively tonight out of Clopton?
It could be a wide range of things. Watching them on film, they play a lot of different defenses. They do some diamond press. They play half-court man. They play 1-3-1 half-court. They play some 2-3. They play all kinds of defenses. So, it could be a wide range of defenses that we see tonight. I really think that based off their last 5 or 6 games, they've really been focused on playing a lot more half-court man. So we'll see what they do coming out. That seems to be something that they've been spending their most amount of time on over the last 5 or 6 games here whenever it came down towards the end of the season.
If you would see that half-court man defense, what offensively can you do to attack it, or who would be the vocal point?
I think anytime, whether they're playing man or zone, your focal point needs to be around Charlie, Clara, and Ava, making sure they get plenty of touches, make sure they're the ones making the decisions with the basketball. If they're in the half-court man, we want to get a lot of ball screens with Ava, let her pick and pop, let the guards attack off of them, run some set plays off those man-to-man defense. But, again, really it just boils down to making sure that we're getting Clara, Ava, and Charlie plenty of touches on the offensive end.
Speaking of that three-headed monster that you've had on offense here in the postseason, one's really stood out to me, and that's the shooting of Charlie Bailey. I don't know a percentage for the postseason, but she's got to be 40+% from three right now. 11 threes over the last 2 games, just off the top of my head. What's been working that's got Bailey the looks that she's been able to knock down?
I think she's done a good job of moving, making sure she relocates, not standing still in one spot. Getting herself involved on the defensive end, and then on the offensive end, not being stagnant, seeking space, making sure she gets into windows so if people do drive and her defender helps out, she can be there to catch and shoot. And I think she's done a good job of that over the last few weeks.
We've talked about the defense of Clopton. What do you know about their offense and how they score the rock?
They got an all-state sophomore point guard that was all-state last year as a freshman, number 15. She's a really good basketball player. She does a great job of dribbling. She also does a great job of passing. She's probably one of the better passers that we've seen this year. She has some really good passes inside to her bigs. If she's able to penetrate the paint and help defense come, she knows what to do with the ball. She does a great job of passing to her bigs and giving them easy looks. Number 33 for them, her sister that's a junior. She's a good shooter. She's a pretty strong driver. Straight line wise, and then the 22 inside, she does a pretty good job of driving right-handed. She's got some secondary moves that she has as well, but she does a lot of damage inside off catching scores and also just straight line drives. Then number 25 for them, their other starting forward-ish player. She does a great job of relocating into space when 15 drives and just catching and going up strong to score. And then number 13 for them, their starting guard. She does a good job of finding space and shooting. She doesn't put the ball on the floor too often, especially with 15 in the game. She defers to her a lot, but whenever 15 is not able to put the ball on the floor as much, 13's a plenty capable player. She just doesn't do it very often, but she's a good basketball player as well, and they bring a couple girls off the bench that can shoot, and then they bring in a couple bigs on the court that can take up space. So they got a good team.
All right, last but arguably the most important question, what will be the deciding factor tonight between this season moving on to the Final Four in Mizzou Arena or potentially coming to a close?
Defense, and making sure whenever we force them into shots that we want them to take, that we finish off that possession and make sure we rebound.
And that was head coach Jason Culpepper of these Tipton Lady Cardinals as they are getting ready to do battle with the Clopton Lady Hawks, who we realized in the pregame have the exact same mascot, identical as the Eugene Eagles, except one's supposed to be an eagle and one's a hawk. I mean, look at that. That is the exact same eagle.
It is the same thing, isn't it?
Except,
somebody's wrong.
Yeah, it's either an eagle or a hawk.
A hawk and an eagle don't quite look the same.
No, they shouldn't, but they have the exact same mascot. One of them's wrong, all right? I just need to know, is it a hawk or an eagle?
Eugene and Clopton need to play and figure that out now.
Well, that's
Winner gets the mascot.
Eugene's already punched their ticket to the Final Four. Clopton's trying to follow suit. But, yes, they could have a battle for the mascot. I'm here for it.
Battle of the Bird.
I don't know who Tipton would have to play for a Cardinal mascot. I'm sure there's more of them. I guess Tipton and Lincoln girls have to square off now, or a few others. I will say, as we're on Maddie Carvajal watch a little bit here in this one, Jason, we were watching Maddie work her way around shooting threes. Turns out Maddie only needs one ankle to be a sniper.
Yeah, she just nailed another one. She's doing all right shooting the threes right now.
And I will say, the more she moves around, the more comfortable she seems to be getting.
Well, that's what I was just getting ready to say. Just watching her jog back to the line, she's still gimping a little bit, but it's not as much. I don't know.
She's kind of doing that Patrick Mahomes thing, where when he walks off the field, you're like, oh, man, he looks rough. And then the play starts, and you're like, wait, he looks fine. I'm very confused.
Drill another three.
Yeah.
If she could just spot up today, she might have 100.
Yeah, if worst case scenario is now Maddie needs to just shoot mid-range and threes, it's like.
Shoot it from the logo.
Oh, man, this is going to be a fun one. Well, I'm excited because on the flip side of that, these Clopton ladies, first off, I love these uniforms. They show up in the road blacks with the silver trim. It's an intimidating look. and their fans traveled well. Their student section is loaded, and that, I mean, I don't know what that drive to Clopton is, two and a half hours.
It's a long ways.
You're basically going to Chicago.
But like I said, they love their team over there, man. A lot of those people in the crowd have been to the Final Four.
Oh, yeah. This is a tradition now on both sides. So this gym, half red, half black, all energy, all excited, and we are about ready to get to the national anthem and to meet our starting lineups. And I say again, what's on the line? Very simple. You win today. Next Friday at 10 a.m., you will be playing at Mizzou Arena for a chance to go to the state championship game. If you lose, your season comes to a close. We're going to take a break for the national anthem. We'll come back with starting lineups. It's Tipton. It's Clopton. It's the Elite Eight. You're listening to it on KS 95 Sports.
The Tipton Times is proud to cover the Cardinals and Lady Cardinals in their regular season, tournaments, and in playoff action. Pick up your copy of the Times each week for follow-up reports and photos of this week's games. For coverage of all the local news 52 weeks a year, read the Tipton Times. Start your subscription today by calling 660-433-5721 or visiting their office at 113 East Morgan Street in Tipton. Tonight's game is not only a competitive contest between these two schools, but it's also an educational experience for the students involved because high school activities are about learning life values. Your friends at KS95 and the Missouri State High School Activities Association remind everyone to do their part in keeping our hometown sports a positive experience for everyone. When you attend your next game, do your part to help kindle the spirit of citizenship by showing good sportsmanship. You'll be teaching a positive lesson and you'll be preserving a proud tradition in the state of Missouri.
Nikki Ragsdale with RE/MAX of Sedalia has the experience and local expertise to assist in all your real estate transactions. From Sedalia to Tipton, even the lake and other surrounding areas, she's a leading agent in this market who knows what to expect and how to deliver. If you're ready to buy or sell, call your real estate expert, Nikki Ragsdale with RE/MAX of Sedalia at 660-620-7777 or call the office at 660-826-9911 and ask for Nikki. She's the key to your home buying and selling needs.
Looking to save on groceries? Farmland Grocery in Syracuse is your go-to discount store. They offer Surf Plus, Bent & Dent, seasonal, and close-dated foods, all at unbeatable prices. With new shipments every week, the selection is always changing, so you'll find fresh deals every time you visit. Plus, save even more with bulk discounts when you buy the case. Farmland Grocery is open Monday through Saturday, 8 to 5 and until 6 p.m. on Fridays. Located just north of the Highway 50 and D intersection in Syracuse. Follow Farmland Grocery on Facebook for the latest updates on new arrivals and special deals.
We're back in Tipton, ready to meet the starting lineup. First for the Clopton Lady Hawks, it is Skylar Parker, number 13, and a senior, 5'5". Number 15, Charlie Spoonster. She wears 15, is a sophomore at 5'5". Number 22, Ashley Noah, 5'9", and a sophomore. Number 25, Riley Kuntz. She is a senior at 5'9". And number 33, Tinley Spoonster, 5'7", and a junior. Starting for the Tipton Lady Cardinals, it's going to be the same lineup that we've seen all postseason thus far. Number 3, Anna Crane. Number 10, Charlie Bailey. Number 21, Lara Petrie. Number 24, Clara Williams. And, of course, number 45, Ava Schlotzhauer. The Tipton ladies under head coach Jason Culpepper, assisted by J.D. Schlotzhauer, Cameron Hurst, and Steve Carvajal. Jason, the energy in this building right now is absolutely electric.
Yeah, it's a great place to be on a Saturday afternoon, man. This is cool.
You want good basketball. You want tradition.
Got two good student bodies ready to start talking some trash, too.
As they should. I mean, some of the Tipton boys are in hard hats even.
Yeah.
I saw Ben Bestian in just the white beater shirt come walking through. It's a white out for the Tipton fans. It's all black for the Clopton fans.
Clopton trying to do that Grim Reaper black today, man. Coming in intimidating.
And once again, Crane on the jump for Tipton. It's going to be controlled by Clopton. No, excuse me, it's controlled by Petrie. Williams on the right wing. Gets it into Ava, immediately goes at the defense. They're going to wave it off for a travel. You could tell she wanted the ball, and she wanted to go right.
Already being aggressive.
She wanted to go right at 5'9", Riley Kuntz, the senior. That's going to be the dogfight to watch tonight is Kuntz versus Schlotzhauer. It's straight man defense from the Lady Cards. With the ball, the outstanding sophomore, that's the senior Parker. She goes to the rim. Her shot was blocked, I believe, by Petrie.
Nice job. Almost saved it as well.
The player to watch for Clopton's got to be number 15, Charlie Spoonster. She is a walking bucket. She was as a freshman. She was All-State again as a sophomore.
That's pretty good.
The inbounds is to Noah. Kicks it to the corner. Back to Noah. That is Spoonster. Over to Parker. Good ball movement by Clopton. A little weave. Dish back out short corner. Driving baseline. Extra pass underneath. It's knocked away and stolen by Petrie.
Once again, Petrie making big plays.
Lara's defense has been phenomenal. She gets it on the wing. They're playing off. I'm going to see Lara shoot that.
You need to shoot that one.
Clara attacks. The drive's taken away nicely by Clopton. Gets Bailey on the cut. She dishes to the corner to Lara. Lara, she drives inside.
Nice
on the run, left side, count it!
That's a nice fake.
Lara Petrie getting it done on defense and offense, and the Lady Cards have the first points of the game.
Once again, you may have more than a three-headed monster here.
Spoonster with the ball. Screen is set by Noah. Spoonster working against Williams. Two great athletes. Drive by Spoonster off the glass. High won't go. Rebound tipped. Controlled by Spoonster. She dishes it out. Wing three lined up. Launched off the front iron. Great box out and board Schlotzhauer. Ava going to bring it up the floor. On the right wing goes to Claire at the top of the key. She sees a lane. Spin move inside. Back out to Ava. Mid-range jumper. Schlotzhauer off the iron. Wouldn't go. Rebound Spoonster.
Nice look.
Boy, these teams are both aggressive.
Yeah, this is on, man. I like this.
Charlie Spoonster calling out a set to the offense. Coming up high to get it is Kuntz. Fires to the left wing.
This is a very physical Clopton team.
Oh, yeah.
All of them.
These two teams match up perfectly because they play very similar.
They know how to set some really good picks.
Out on the right wing. Now top of the key. Spoonster, little bit of space. Lets the three fly off the iron. Won't go. Rebound. Out of bounds. Ball back to the Lady Cards.
This is the best job of setting picks against Tipton that I've seen somebody do, because they're just kind of running that weave like Harrisburg and everybody else did, but they never gained any ground.
No,
this team's inside.
The secret is Clopton lays the wood on screens.
They'll lay the wood on you. You can already tell that quick.
This is going to be one of those games you leave with bruises after. And both teams seem fine with that. Williams in the corner. She is being harassed, poked at by Parker. She'll drive. Clara blows a tire inside.
Yeah.
That's going to be a travel. She just, the foot slipped out. I don't know if she found a wet spot or what. Otherwise, Clara was turning the corner. May had too.
Sometimes you're just too fast.
Yeah, I have that problem all the time. 5:41 to go in the first quarter. It's a 2-0 Tipton lead. Clopton getting a play call in from head coach Street. Well, these student sections are having a blast right now. Oh, good defense by Schlotzhauer.
Nice job.
Help comes from Williams. That leaves a three open, and it's splashed home. You can't play off Charlie Spoonster, and she shows you why.
That was a nice looking shot. She was deep.
Clopton first lead of the game, 3-2. Williams into the front court. Over to Petrie. Oh, Anna the attack up and good. So the Cardinal offense, as expected, starts from Lara and Anna with the first two buckets.
I'm telling you, man. They are the silent assassins.
Williams on Spoonster. That's a fun duo right there.
Oh, baby, look at that defense.
Spoonster, the crossover. Oh, it's dished off. Wing three lined up off the back iron. Clara's got the board. And Clara's defense is phenomenal.
Yes, it is.
Oh, she gets it to Ava on the run pass, just a little too high. Tipton's had a couple soft turnovers here early, but give credit to the Clopton defense. They're making nothing easy right now.
That's going to be a very tough pass to get into the Clopton D.
And I will also say they are overplaying Charlie Bailey. They don't want to give the sharpshooter any room. Spoonster drive, and it's blocked by Williams.
Oh. Yeah, they've done their homework on Charlie Bailey.
Well, but I think Clara's done her homework as well on Charlie Spoonster. Clara and Charlie are going to be best friends by the end of this game.
That's two great athletes going at it.
Pass is tossed into Parker, right back to the corner. Great closeout, Bailey. Now Spoonster squaring up with Williams. Screen from Kuntz, and Spoonster says, nah, leave me one-on-one. Let's see what happens.
Williams' eyes are on that ball the whole time.
Crossover, dished out. Wing three, lined up, launched off the iron. Another board for Clara. Goodness. They said she just set some sort of box squat record, 300 and something pounds the other day.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, Schlotzhauer gets it at the high post. She turns, looks to attack, tries to make some space, dishes to Clara, thought about the three. Oh, and knocked off ball and stolen. It's taken away by Parker. Parker to Spoonster on the wing, steps into a mid-range jumper off the front iron, won't go. Offensive board kept alive and rattled in. Tinley Spoonster with the bucket. Now it's 5-4 Clopton. Halfway through this first quarter, Bailey calling for a Schlotzhauer screen. Uses it, hesitates, dishes to the corner. Lara with some space, doesn't want the shot. Goes to Ava. Ava long strides, left hand off the glass, just came off the iron. You could barely hear the whistle through the crowd. But Ava's going to go to the free throw line.
I think she's going to have that. If she gets isolated like that, it's either she's going to take it up, but you're going to have to foul her almost every time.
Man, I'll
That's
say it
two at
again.
the line almost every time.
I want to see Lara Petrie let that fly.
She needs to let it fly. She's hit them before.
Ava's first free throw and a silent Jim drops to tie it up at 5 apiece with 3:30 to play.
If he hits one of them, they'll have to come out there and start covering her.
Second free throw for Ava, money. Cardinals regain the lead, 6-5 with 3:30 to go. I don't know how Clopton's going to respond, but Charlie Spoonster's going to be a part of it. She goes to her sister, Tinley. Tinley back to Charlie at the top of the key. Williams is there. To the corner. Good defense by Crane. Short corner jumper forced up. Bailey's got the board. Charlie yet to get a shot off in this game. Fires ahead to Ava on the run. Good footwork. Shot just comes off the iron, but a great job by Lara to tip it out. To Williams. Bailey, 3 from the logo off the back iron. Good look from Charlie from the beak of the bird.
Beak of the bird.
Under 3 to play. Tipton by 1.
Wow.
Top of the key is Kuntz. To the corner. I mean, Bailey is just face-to-face.
Faced up, man.
With Tinley Spoonster. Oh, Lara, good poke and steal. Lara Petrie is on another level right now. She gives it to Clara. Clara, head of steam. Left hand off the glass and in. And a timeout called by the Clopton bench. Tipton has opened up a 3-point lead with 2:28 to go. It's just a 30, so we'll hold it.
Speed killed him on that one.
It did. I can't get over. Lara Petrie has been the best player on the floor for this first quarter.
I'm going to tell you what, she's been very underlooked. She doesn't get a lot of attention, but she's done a lot of the things that make this team go, I feel, in this postseason. She's just making play after play after play. And heck, she's made the most today.
That is the last. If you're any team that's going to have to play these Tipton ladies, the last thing you want to see is them getting another bona fide weapon.
Yeah.
And they have one.
Because you know the big three are going to wake up at some point here. They're going to get theirs. But, yeah, when you see Petrie doing that stuff, that's great.
Well, and like I said, I'm giving all the love to Clopton right now. Their defense has been outstanding as they are making sure that Charlie Bailey doesn't have room to breathe, let alone get a look from 3.
You can just tell by the Clopton girls, man, they're ready to go to battle here. They're not nervous at all. They're very comfortable. Team with a lot of experience.
8-5 is the Lady Cardinal lead. 2:20 to play in this first quarter. Spoonster. Charlie Spoonster, that is. Oh, they were looking for the back door, and Lara told them no. They were trying to get Riley Kuntz on the back cut. It was a great design play out of a timeout, but Lara Petrie is just flying all over this floor.
Yeah, I bet they didn't probably account for her as much on the scouting report.
Oh, little America inbounds play. They tried to run the shooter. That is Tinley Spoonster off 2 screens. They get it to the block. Good double team by the Cardinals, and wow.
Ava wants a call. Coach
Culpepper's hot. They came all over the back and threw Ava, and
they're probably going to let them go this first quarter. That's what I've kind of
Coach Culpepper letting them have it. Nonetheless, it is Clopton ball on the inbound shot, just thrown up over the back again of Petrie. Doesn't matter. Schlotzauer took this one away on the fast break ahead to Williams. Extra pass to Crane. She backs it out. Fires to Bailey. 3 from the wing. Oh, off the front iron wouldn't go.
Petrie.
Another offensive board. Williams runner off the iron wouldn't go. Lara in there tying it up again. Lara Petrie, welcome to the big show, young lady.
Huge offensive rebound, then turns around and gets a jump ball. Good for that girl, man. She's playing her tail off right now.
Seriously, the jump ball favors Clopton, but Lara Petrie,
huge plays.
She is playing like a all-district kind of player right now. Spoonster tries to drive on Williams, is taken away, goes to the wing. Extra pass left side, uses the screen, mid-range jumper for Clopton, up good.
Nice shot.
8-7, Lady Cards by 1:25 to go in this first quarter of action here in the Elite Eight. Bailey, almost stepped into a 3, goes to Lara in the corner. Just thinking a little too much, a travel is called.
I say shoot that 3, girl. You got it.
Well, Bailey almost pulled the trigger on the first one, and Charlie's gotten 2 looks that were dead on line and didn't fall. I'm telling you right now, Charlie is not the girl you want to let keep shooting those because she will get it at some point.
That's going to line itself out at some point.
Spoonster versus Williams. Crossover, steps back, goes to Tinley. On top of the key is Parker. Tries to drive. Crane, good defense.
What a take.
Wow. That was Skylar Parker saying, I'm going to the rack and you're welcome to come with me.
Man, that was an aggressive take.
So that will send Skylar Parker, the 5'5 senior, to the line. Chance to tie or take the lead. First free throw for Parker, off the iron, no good. Sounds like most of the shots Mizzou took today. Second free throw from Skylar on the mark, and we are tied again at 8 apiece. Low-scoring first quarter, but it's been a dogfight all the way. Bailey brings it up. Over to Williams on the right wing. She drives, drops it off to Crane. Crane, corner three. It's long, offensive board. Clara's put back up and good.
Clara gets more rebounds for somebody her size than I've ever seen.
She's got 3 or 4 in this first quarter. Spoonster tries to drive Clara, giving up no space. Spin move. Bailey, great defense, strips it. Oh, just has to turn and throw. I think Tipton thought they had it, but great defense by Bailey against Tinley Spoonster. 30 seconds. I think Clopton's going to try to hold for the last shot. Charlie Spoonster. Clara Williams has given Charlie everything she can handle. Oh, a deep three pulled by Clopton. It draws nothing but the baseline.
Yeah, I don't know if that'd be the shot I want from Clopton there.
The Tipton student section is living their best life. And look who checks into the game.
Let's go, Maddie. See what you got, girl.
Madison Carvajal, welcome to your first postseason minutes as a Tipton Lady Cardinal.
Now, I'm going to bet that ankle's going to start feeling better once she sees this crowd cheering.
Run her on the baseline. Yeah. They're going to park her in the corner. It's a good place for her. Bailey use the slot tower screen over to Clara. Clara shot fake, and she's fouled on the drive. That foul going to go on Skylar Parker.
Tell you what, if they don't come out and close out on her, I'm going to bet that's about a 70% chance he's going to knock a 3 down. Because that girl was hot in warm-up.
And the last thing you want to do is let Maddie get a 3. You want your adrenaline to pump. You hit a 3 with this crowd, you ain't feeling anything. 7 seconds to go. Tipton with the ball. Schlotthauer on the drive to the corner. Bailey, corner 3. Got it! Tipton closes the corner on a big shot from Big Shot Bailey. Tipton leads by 5 after 1, 13-8. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Insurance Associates America, your leading agri-insurance agency in Tipton, insuring poultry and swine buildings since 1975. Let them be your trusted choice for your homeowners, auto, farm, life, and health, property, casualty, workers' comp, bonds, IRAs, and annuities. Insurance Associates America, friendly professional service. Call Bob Rolls and Sheila Moon, your trusted choice independent insurance agents in Tipton at 660-433-2141. Insurance Associates America, 660-433-2141.
Having the right person at the right time and place will make all the difference in the world for the better. Hi, I'm Jill Tobin at Pivotal Real Estate brokered by EXP. What makes us different is we can help you buy and sell property all over the state of Missouri. When it's time to make your pivotal decision, pick Pivotal Real Estate brokered by EXP, located at Highway 50, Tipton, Missouri. Check us out at pivotalreal.com.
Pivotal Realty in Tipton is a proud supporter of the Tipton Cardinals.
Jason, I'm going to say something a little crazy here. I heard this quote years ago on a morning show talking about the Warriors. Said if there was a alien death ray pointed at the planet, somebody has to hit one shot with the fate of the universe on the line. If there is a buzzer about to go off, I want Charlie Bailey taking the shot.
She answers the call every single time, man.
That girl, when it comes to a buzzer beater, she shoots like 90%, I swear. Tipton will have the first look after the big shot from Bailey. It's a 13-8 Lady Cardinal lead. Williams gives it back to Bailey. Bailey to Crane, a little weave here. Clara uses the Schlotthauer screen, tries to turn the corner. Nice. Lane all the way to the basket, up and in. Clara just stays with a drive when a lot would give up on it.
Yeah, just keep going forward, man. Good things happen.
Tipton's opened up a 7-point lead on the Clopton Lady Hawks. Little pick and roll game. Charlie Spoonster mid-range jumper. That's money. That was a nice double screen to set up Spoonster for the answer, and she is as pure a shooter as you're going to find.
She got a good-looking stroke there.
Clara over to Anna on the wing. Anna uses the Ava screen. Lane opens up. Anna left side. Just a little too strong on the shot. Rebound pulled in by the Lady Hawks.
Yeah, she got around her. She was open.
That look is there for these Tipton guards, and a good job by Petrie defensively.
Petrie. How many times we said her name? That girl's making plays.
Clara is just all over the floor right now. They tried to lob back door, but the net got in the way. Ball goes out of bounds, back to the Lady Cards. That TTC gets you a little sped up. And those passing lanes get smaller and smaller.
It gets you going just a little quicker than you want to go.
Williams on the point. Gonna drop it off to Bailey. Chuck out on the eye of the Cardinals, so well within range. was to Crane.
Farther than the beak of the bird. I still got that stuck in my head.
Oh, man.
That's a physical move.
Schlotzauer will try the wing three. Give it to her. Ava Schlotzauer, she'll give you work inside and then bury the three from outside. It's not fair, Jason.
I don't know what you do.
Go ask nicely. Hey,
can you please not do that? Yeah.
I mean, she's going to tell you no, but you can try anyway.
Well, you're starting to see the big three get going a little bit here. So it might be trouble.
And doing it exactly how you would expect, with Clara finding her way to the rack, Charlie hitting a three at the buzzer, and Ava hitting a three from the wing.
Sure.
I'm not even going to call it the big three the rest of the way. The way Lara Petrie is playing right now,
Fab Five. I think you need to bring that back.
The Fab Five. I like that. I can't get over a team. Like, it goes back to the old defense wins championships. Lara Petrie's energy and defense, I mean, everything. The tipped rebound earlier on offense, she's just doing the little things at a phenomenal level.
Yeah, she's the kind of, once again, she's kind of the grease that's kind of making all the big parts go here, man. She's just doing so many things on offense and defense. So.
Clopton with the ball. 18-10 is the Lady Cardinal lead here in this Elite Eight matchup. Going back to the weave. Top of the key is Parker. Left side to go to the corner, and the pass a little too hot to handle. Out of bounds back to the Lady Cards.
Those are little frustrating things that you can see starting to kind of add up here a little bit, because Clopton's got a little frustration on their face for these last couple possessions.
I don't know who the Tipton student is with the Army National Guard white T-shirt on and the hard hat, but he's now the new mascot. Williams, wing three, got it! Just saw they played off a step, and Clara said, hand down, man down, I'll take it. It's an 11-point Lady Card lead. Tipton finding a little rhythm, and the defense by Crane, phenomenal. Charlie Spoonster trying to work on Clara, but Clara has given her very little breathing room. She drives inside. The help defense by Crane. It's picked off by Petrie. That's what makes Tipton's defense so good. It's not one-on-one. It's a team defense.
It's all of them. They're all coming after you.
Bailey on the drive. Her runner off the iron. Won't go. Rebound tipped around and hauled in by Charlie Spoonster.
Boy, she got around her quick.
Charlie Spoonster is a great player, though. I'm very impressed. Step back three from Spoonster. Off the iron. Schlotzauer has it. She wants to lead the fast break. Tipton on the run out. Extra pass to Williams. Too high off the glass. Wouldn't go. Now on the run out back the other way. Skylar Parker. She settles. Gives it up. Just great defense, Bailey.
That's awesome right there.
I mean, Ashley Noah is bigger than Charlie. And Bailey just stood straight up and said, hit me.
If she stayed vertical is why there was no foul call on that whatsoever. Just picture-perfect defense.
And a full timeout called by Clopton as this Tipton defense has put the clamps on here in the second. 21-10, the Lady Cards by 11. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
Butch's Small Engines east of Tipton is your sales and repair person for all makes and models of small engines. They sell and install B&W gooseneck hitches. They're a dealer for Echo chainsaws, weed trimmers, and blowers, and a Kohler Warranty Center. Butch's Small Engines is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday till noon. Highway 50, 3.5 miles east of Tipton. Butch's Small Engines. Call 660-433-5831. That's 660-433-5831.
So we believe Chance Petrie says his name. Yeah. Chance Petrie, you are my new hero today, and you are now the official mascot of the Tipton Cardinals. I know I don't have the power to make that decision, but for today I am. This man is down here with a hard hat on, wearing his 2025 Wrestling State Qualifier shirt, and he has as much energy as any human being I've seen in a while. So that is the new mascot of the Tipton Cardinals right now. That is. These boys are having way too much fun. I love it.
Somebody's got their ear pods in listening, huh?
But that's how you know the kind of program this has become up here, because the student body buys in this much. The crowd buys in this much. We've got just random guys in the crowd right now that are pumping their fist in timeouts and living their best life. It's great.
Can you believe that many people listen to us?
I'm scared that many people listen to us. Tipton with the ball. They are up by 11. With 5:20 to play in the second quarter, the defense has been phenomenal, and the offense has found its footing.
That's about the best way to put it right there.
Clopton staying straight man here. Clara gets it in the corner. Steps back, frees up some space. Boy, they are.
Straight man's going to work really well for Ava.
I wondered when they were going to call it. When Ava started to dive off the screen, the defensive player had both hands on Ava's hips trying to pull her back.
Grabbed her hips and pulled her back, which usually is a foul.
That's be a great play in football. However, that is the second foul on Ashley Noah.
People call that a solo tackle. I'm not sure.
Bailey, a little trouble on the inbound, has to toss it into Williams. And Williams was so fast she tipped it, lost it, got her footing back, and recovered it. Ava, she'll just put her head down and drive and just lost the dribble on the way.
Pounding that ball on the ground a little too hard there. Got that angry dribble.
The poor floor didn't deserve that. Ball back to Clopton. Let's see what adjustments the Lady Hawks make offensively. It's Parker. Oh, she turns the corner inside. A nice little scoop pass underneath the shot, just too hot to handle. Bailey the board. Charlie fires ahead to Williams on the left wing. Williams hesitation, goes to Ava. Ava thought about the corner three, sees the baseline, takes the contact. Shot partially blocked and recovered by Clopton. Like I said, good defense by these Lady Hawks. Charlie Spoonster on the drive, and just
great defense.
Clara just stayed squared up the whole way and gets her 5th rebound of the game.
Look on a clinic, man.
Clara uses the Ava screen, turns the corner, hangs in the air, shot won't go, tips her own rebound, but it's controlled by Parker. Back the other way, she fires it over to Spoonster, a little bit of space. Spoonster lets it go off the back iron, won't fall on Clara, another board. Clara is out here trying to get a double-double by halftime. She's got 9 points and by my count, 6 boards. That's unofficial, mind you, but
you're not far off if you even are.
Oh, they are posting Ava.
For it?
Ava wants it. She gets it on the block. Dishes it to Crane. Extra pass Petrie. She drives baseline. And knocked off ball. Foul going to go against Charlie Spoonster. I still would love to see Lara let that fly.
I don't know why she's scared to shoot that down there in the corner today. That girl can shoot it.
Maybe they're saving it.
I don't know.
Like, Lara, don't let them know you can shoot just yet. On the inbounds, Lara kind of left wide open in the corner.
Because they're not even coming out on her at all.
They toss it into Clara on the right wing. Clara to Ava. Top of the key. Ava's got space.
Why not?
She'll pull the three. She'll get it.
Why not?
Ava Slaughtower, her second three of the half. Tipton has opened up a 14-point lead. Clopton wants the timeout. I'm trying to remember what the score was at the end of the first quarter.
It was 13-8.
So Tipton has
gave up 2.
Went on an 11-2 run here in the second quarter. At first, it looked like that 22 points per game was in jeopardy, but if they're going to play defense like this,
I mean, they're putting the hammer down right now. This is, if you are a coach that wants to show your kids how to play defense, get them some Tipton film or bring them to a game. It's unbelievable.
I just realized I was supposed to be sharing scoring updates.
See, you got too excited.
Let's see. Send that out to my buddy there, and hopefully we'll be able to get some scoring updates as well in that St. Vincent game. So this has been a great start for the Tipton Lady Cards. Mind you, it's still very early in this game. Clopton has a lot of firepower on their offense. For Tipton, you got to try to keep this energy up.
Yeah, if I'm Tipton, I want to bury them. I want to put the hammer down and not play with a team like Clopton. Too dangerous, got too many athletes.
Clopton going to try to get their offense going. They trail by 14, 3:20 to play. Mind you, this is a 24-win Clopton team. On the wing, thinking about the shot was Parker. Crane there defensively. Parker just dropping her shoulder on the drive. They're going to call a blocking foul on Crane.
Yeah, you don't want to give them any hope because this is the kind of team that can, I guarantee just by watching them play, if they can get hot, they could be a real problem. You just don't want to do that.
I just got an update. The Lady Pintos fell to Owensville in the district championship of that district. It's a good Owensville squad, though. On the attack, great defense. Crane, that's a travel.
That's travel. That's yeah. That's Laura Petrie getting it done again.
Was that Laura? Of course it was.
Yeah, that's Laura Petrie. That turnover.
A lot of what she's doing right now won't show up in the stat column.
No, it won't. But that was all because of her right there.
That's you can teach defense like that, and clearly it's a class they offer here in Tipton. Williams on the right wing. They spread it out a little. Give it to Ava, the sharpshooter from outside. She gets ahead of Steen, goes to the spin move, knocked off ball, dives on the floor, recovers it, gives it up. Williams got it. She's tackled. She gets it back. Tie up again. Coach Culpepper out here saying, how much contact you going to allow? Jump ball back to Clopton.
Well, he's not wrong.
I do love, though, that ball hit the floor and Ava flat out just dove.
Oh, she was on it. Then Clara was on it. Then everybody was on it.
I would not want to get in a wrestling match for a loose basketball with either of those girls. Yeah. Flashing high with it is Noah. The weave goes to Parker. She'll step back, pull it. Off the mark, Ava's got the board, and Ava wants to lead a fast break. She fires ahead to Lara. Lara on the drive, drops it off to Anna, to Bailey. Bailey skips it to Williams. Williams, wing three, got it! 27-10.
Clara Williams is just a phenomenal basketball player. I don't even know what to say.
If the question is, what can Clara do for you? The answer is literally everything.
Everything.
Bailey, just phenomenal defense. It's picked off by Crane. Crane on the run out. Clopton able to run down from behind and poke it out of bounds. There's 5 girls on the floor that all can defend anybody you put out there.
I'm telling you, you better revisit that 3-headed monster comment because, like I said, this is 5. This is 5 of them just getting it done today.
It's not a 3-headed monster. It's a 5-headed bulldog, and they're looking for a fight. Inbounds Williams. Euros through the contact. Won't go. Gets her own miss because, of course, fights for space on the block, needs help, and thought Charlie was flashing out, but still, that's 6 or 7 now for Clara to go with her 12 points.
That's a sweet move, man. I know it didn't go in, but that's a sweet move.
Oh, the Euro? Yeah, that's with her athleticism, it's almost a cheat code. Under 2 minutes to play. Clopton down by 17. A 3 off the dribble for Spoonster, comes off the iron. Schlotzauer another board. She's been rebounding very well, and she wants to lead the fast break. Dishes it off to Anna, who lays it up and in. Your center just led the fast break and dropped the dime.
And that just allows all your guards to get out there and be in place to make an easy bucket like that.
Tipton is up 19. Baseline drive taken away by the whole team.
Yeah, just when you think you have a drive, an open lane, it just shuts down quick.
4 Cardinals just appear out of nowhere. You're not even sure.
2 points, Colton.
Wing 3 on cue.
Of course, I said it.
Parker knocks down the 3. It's 29-12. But you're not wrong. This defense has been absolutely smothering. I have 4 turnovers, and I'm not even on the court.
Yeah, it seems to be building and getting better game to game.
Williams drops it off to Petrie. She turns the corner, goes to the basket, off the iron, won't go. Offensive board, Crane gives it to Clara. She splits the defense, won't go. Petrie, another board, puts it in. Clara Petrie. On the attack, Charlie Spoonster, and Clara just took it out of her hands. Rockets it ahead to Ava. Fast break off the glass, shot too strong. Rebound controlled by Clopton. 30 seconds to play. To the corner. A look from 3, knocked down. Big bucket, Skylar Parker.
Yeah, you got to watch that. You don't want them getting any hope.
Well, I think they called that a 2.
They called that a 2?
Well, maybe. I don't know. It's 31-15. I thought it should be 31-16. Maybe they said her foot was on.
Oh, I have 16 as well, so yeah, they did.
Yeah. 9 seconds left. Tipton going to get the last look here. Ava turns the corner, lane to the basket, takes the contact, gives it to Charlie, who dishes it out to the corner. Petrie, she'll fire the 3. Off the iron, just didn't fall, was right there. I like the look.
Yep.
Lara's done everything else in the first half. Why not give her a look at the buzzer? We played 1 half. Tipton leads 31-15 in this Elite 8 matchup. Halftime show's coming up. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
When you need asphalt, trust the pros at Higgins Asphalt Paving Company in Tipton. Since 1991, they've been paving the way across mid-Missouri with expert craftsmanship and attention to detail. Whether it's brand new project or giving new life to worn-out pavement, they handle it all fully bonded, insured, and backed by decades of experience. When you need paving done right, trust the experts at Higgins Asphalt Paving Company in Tipton. Visit them online at higginsasphalt.com for more information.
Whether it's balls and strikes, fouls or flags, your referees and game officials are a vital part of high school athletics. If you've ever tried your hand at officiating, you know how hard these men and women work, and you certainly know they would never miss a call intentionally. Keep these things in mind as you attend sporting events. After all, respecting officials and authority figures is one of the most valuable lessons we can teach our students. This message has been brought to you by your friends at KS95 and the Missouri State High School Activities Association.
When a post frame building is in your future, build straighter, stronger, and satisfied with help from Martin Metal, northeast of Versailles, offering a full-service lumberyard, on-site truss plant, a full production plant with numerous rolled form metals, trims, and accessories. And now, a new laminated post plant producing 3-ply, 4-ply, and 5-ply, 2x6, and 2x8 posts up to 40 feet in length. Call one of our trained professionals, 573-378-4050. We also offer delivery anywhere in Missouri and across the heartland of America. To see more, visit martinmetal.com.
California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram has been making happy customers for years with dedicated employees in sales and service. They're your hometown Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram dealer and proudly serve the community and surrounding areas by offering new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as top-notch parts and service departments. Find out for yourself why their customers leave happy. California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram on West Buchanan Street in California wants you to be another happy customer.
31-15 after one half of play. Jason, you just made a comment that stands out to me. If it wasn't for that last fast break 3 and long 2 from Clopton, like this, they wouldn't have been held to 2.
They wouldn't even. Yeah. I mean, unbelievable. Unbelievable defense. I didn't think there was any way possible. And I still don't know how they have to play here, so I'm going to get ahead of myself. But to play this kind of defense is unbelievable, because I feel like they're playing better D than they did, what was it, Tuesday or whatever, when we went to Harrisburg?
They are.
They're playing better D from the get-go, playing with a lot more excitement, just playing harder, which Tipton always plays hard. But, yeah, I mean, they are just putting the clamps down. And Laura Petrie. I'll just go ahead and say your name 3 more times because I don't want to say it more later. Unbelievable job just doing everything out there.
There's a lot to talk about here. First off,
Clara Williams, my God. I mean, she is just unbelievable.
I get asked this, and I bring it up every time, and I'm going to bring it up again. I got asked early in the year, how does Tipton not get fouls? I said, what do you mean? And they said, if they play defense that aggressively, why don't they get in foul trouble? Because, as we are seeing right here, when you move your feet and you stay square and you have active hands the way Tipton does.
Yes.
We watched Charlie Bailey go against a 2-time now All-State guard and multiple times on the drive take the contact to the chest, move her feet to stay in line, and then just take the ball right out of her hands on the way up.
She's always straight up and down, and she's always square. And all of them, when they pick them up off of the screen, those girls are always square when they pick them up, so you can never really get them. You know, there's no need to call a foul on them because they're playing what you're supposed to be calling picture-perfect defense, and that's what it is. It's a clinic.
And I'll even go one step past that. Who's the weak point? If you're
right now,
normally that's the problem. Is normally when you game plan, like I'm gonna pull back the back door here that most people probably already know. As a coach, I know you know this.
Who can we score against?
Exactly, coaches. That's how they game plan. They're like, we're gonna isolate so and we're gonna go at their weak link. Do it. I dare you. Because right now, if you're saying we're going to isolate, let's see. Do we isolate Charlie Bailey? Nope, that ain't going to work.
Go ahead and isolate it. You better be getting back on defense because the ball's already been taken from you.
But I say, what you want to isolate Clara? No, she got like 5 steals. We'll isolate Anna. No, she stole it from us too. And well, Lara's owned our team, and Ava's a brick wall with. Okay, so we're going to isolate maybe someone on their bench that's not even in the game.
If they had an answer to that question, they wouldn't have only have 15 right now to half. All that off of about 2 threes at the very end. I mean, that's unbelievable.
And like I said, I know that it seems like we are talking about Lara Petrie an awful lot with good reason. What she is doing for this team right now.
Yeah.
And I have nothing but love for Madison Carball. As I said in the pregame, and I'll say it again, she is one of the best players in the state of Missouri. I would love nothing more than to see a healthy Madison Carball out here. But what Lara is doing right now makes the Maddie Carbajal injury so much easier because now instead of saying, hey, Maddie, we need you to rush back right now and get on the floor, you're potentially saying, Maddie, take your time. We've got a week.
Take another week. Treat it for another week.
Yes, do what you got to do and be ready for Final Four. And then if we need to supplement your minutes, Lara is proving what she can do on the floor for us right now. You didn't take a step back. You just took a different step.
Yeah. And Petrie's not just contributing right now. She's staking out her spot where she is on this team as far as what all she can do for even next year. Because, I mean, that girl is playing phenomenal right now, man. It's unbelievable.
Lara Petrie is listed at 5'8". I don't know what year Lara is.
She's a junior.
Do you know what grade Lara is? Lara Petrie is a sophomore?
Oh, never mind.
Okay, just a sophomore. That's great.
Just a sophomore.
That's
Are you
fair.
kidding me?
She is a 5'8" sophomore, but her wingspan seems really long, too.
Yeah, she's kind of that long, lanky kind of build.
It kind of seems like she should be an Albrecht.
Yeah, like an Albrecht type.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm just blown away with how she's playing, and I still think that 3-point shot is coming. We've seen him hit them before.
Got it. I don't know why she's been hesitant on shooting it.
Well,
even the one she shot and missed, it was still a good-looking shot.
It was just right on the.
I mean, it was there.
It was there. It was just off by a smidge, but I don't know. What I've taken from this game is Lara's defense is phenomenal. Clara's defense is phenomenal. Everybody on Tipton plays good defense. If a buzzer's about to go off, let Charlie shoot it. If there's a fast break, your point guard doesn't need the ball. Instead, your center does, because Ava Schlotzhauer is the scariest thing on a fast break right now, and Clara might dunk. That's basically what I took away from the first half, Jason.
Yeah, well, that's about right there.
But I say that Tipton is still in that locker room, which tells me what I already knew, that Coach Culpepper is in there saying, hey, we need to clean this, and this up and making adjustments.
They missed a few easy ones. I'll give them that. I think they were a little surprised to be as open as they were against this team. But they missed a few easy ones, so good coach is going to go in there and find something to get a little critical about, because you don't want to celebrate nothing. You want them to feel like this is a 0-0 game coming out this second half, and you got to re-win this next half.
Once again, big thanks to our friends at Martin Metal, just northeast of Versailles, a big sponsor for us all season long, our title sponsor. And, of course, big fan of those Tipton Lady Cardinals, old Gary Irie out there. I love talking to Gary. He's always got something to say, and he loves them Redbirds. So I appreciate that. I was actually got to talk to Gary a little bit this week as we were talking about Abby Backus coming and joining us last week at halftime. I was going to try to get Myra on, but I think she wound up busy today. But nonetheless, I think we both agreed that after hearing from Abby that if she wants to go coach basketball tomorrow, she can.
Yeah. She talked like a coach.
She basically is. You don't get that good on accident. We got about 2 minutes left to half. We'll take a break, come back with third quarter action. Tipton leads Clopton 31-15 at the half of this Elite 8 matchup. Winner goes on to the Final Four in Mizzou Arena. You're listening to KS 95 Sports.
The Tipton Times is proud to cover the Cardinals and Lady Cardinals in their regular season, tournaments, and in playoff action. Pick up your copy of the Times each week for follow-up reports and photos of this week's games. For coverage of all the local news 52 weeks a year, read the Tipton Times. Start your subscription today by calling 660-433-5721 or visiting their office at 113 East Morgan Street in Tipton.
Greatness doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, focus, and dedication. At Shelter Insurance, we understand that because we put in the hard work and dedication for decades. And that commitment is paid off with award-winning customer service for your auto, home, and life insurance.
For auto, home, life, or business insurance, see Shelter Agent Aaron Long in Tipton.
Tipton One Stop is your ultimate convenience store destination on Highway 50 west in Tipton. Stop by for your favorite snacks, refreshing drinks, and a fresh meal from the in-store Subway restaurant. Plus, fill up your vehicle with quality Cinex fuel. Tipton One Stop has the cleanest restrooms in town. Don't believe us? Find out for yourself. Tipton One Stop, open daily until 11:30. Proud supporters of Cardinal Athletics. Tipton One Stop, where convenience meets quality on Highway 50 west in Tipton.
We got Jackson Bailey here providing the halftime entertainment with his rendition of the YMCA. Just a lovely performance.
I think that's the best music choices ever over here in Tipton. I love everything they play.
Well, Dr. Rob's up there dropping the beats, DJing.
DJ Dr. Rob in the house.
I'm here for it, man. This is a big crowd on hand. I mean, it is standing room only as the gym is packed. Once again, the Clopton faithful traveled very, very well. Student section included. Tipton student section brought hard hats because with the way their girls play, those are necessary.
Because why not?
Like I said, you watch how Clara plays inside and tell me that a hard hat doesn't make sense. 16-point lead for the Lady Cards. First possession is going to go to the Cardinals. Man, they are trying to body Clara before the inbounds. That is Noah. They send a double team at her half court. She gives it off to Ava. They're trying to trap on the wings. It's stripped loose, still on the floor, picked up by Crane. Crane gives it to Ava. Ava skips to Clara. Clara, wing three. Off the back iron, wouldn't go. Rebound, Charlie Spoonster. Ahead, that is Parker. She skips it. Oh, a near travel? No, it is a travel. That's Jackson.
Yeah, he let everybody know, didn't he?
Jackson Bailey is quickly becoming the spirit animal for this crowd.
The crowd ref.
Jackson was a phenomenal player in his own right, now playing down there with Ryder at Mission. Thank you. Tipton back to work on offense. Bailey skips it to the corner. First time we've seen a zone look. Crane, corner three, won't go. Offensive board kept alive again. Passing it to herself off the glass. Lara Petrie, give her another bucket.
Add some stats.
Lara Petrie, 6 points, just having a game out here. Oh, good take by Parker. Turns the corner. Shot too strong. Gets her own miss. Shot blocked by Bailey. Tipped around. Williams gets the board.
Just when you think you're open.
Clara in a foot race goes at Spoonster. She's fouled and should go to the line. Clara with her, I believe, 8th board of the game.
Yeah, you're not joking, man. She's getting up there now.
And then Clara got into a foot race with Spoonster. Clara with the basketball is faster than most players without one. Clara's first free throw. Oh, halfway down and rolled out.
She's human.
Well, she thought she could get a rebound if she missed that. She didn't realize it was the first. Second free throw from Williams. On the mark. Tipton has opened up a 19-point lead. On the wing, Parker. Oh, she turns the corner, drops it off. Trying to attack. Defense takes it away. Mid-range jumper, though, pulled up off the back iron. Petrie, another board.
That's about as close as you're going to get right now. They're not giving you anything.
Honestly, a pretty good look, just would not fall for Noah. Once again, back to the zone. Bailey, wing three, got it. You want to play a zone, Charlie Bailey's going to say thank you.
Yeah, they won't be playing it long.
The entire Bailey family jumped to their feet on that one. It's 37-15, Tipton by 22. Oh, great take. Charlie Spoonster couldn't turn the corner, though. Schlotzhauer the board. Fires ahead to Ava. The pass behind her. She goes right back to Schlotzhauer. Fired to Clara, who had to give back to Ava. Ball on the floor, picked up by Clopton. Charlie Spoonster leading the fast break. Working against Clara. No room given up. Picks it up on the block. Dishes to the wing. Three lined up. Knocked down. Big shot. Two-pointer. Long two, Skylar Parker. Is there a timeout? Everybody seems confused.
So. I think somebody called a timeout.
Well, no, there was not. An inadvertent whistle. Yeah, okay. The coach for Clopton was trying to call out an offensive set, and her hand motion kind of looks similar to a timeout.
Yeah, it's easy to make that mistake because it's loud in here.
So now they're going to try to put a little full court pressure. That is Clopton. We'll see how Tipton handles it. They break it down with each. Schlotzhauer middle of the floor, just splits the defense, puts it up, gets her own miss. She got hooked around the net. She'll go to the line for two.
You better give her the call. I don't know how that was going to work out. She turned around, didn't she?
I can tell you how that was about to work out.
She turned around. That only means one thing. When a girl turns around like that, they're about to
Angry Ava.
knock your head off.
Angry Ava's just going to go to the free throw line and get her points there. First one falls. I mean, that'd be a horse collar in football. That'd be
like one of those when you hit your hand with a hammer or head or something. You just for about 1 second you're just raging mad.
Yep.
That was.
Oh, second free throw off the front of the iron. It's 38-17. Tipton by 21. Spoonster. Charlie Spoonster, that is, out on the logo. Tries to turn the corner. Williams takes it away. Gives it up to the wing. Bailey there defensively, giving up nothing.
Putting on a clinic.
Back to the corner. Charlie Spoonster trying to get some space, and Clara is not about that life. Crossover inside, nothing there. Just being patient. Step back three is launched, won't go. Rebound fought for and pulled in.
Well, Petrie's going to get another one.
Charlie tries to drive on Clara again. Clara takes it away. It's picked up on the block, needing help. Fires it out to Tinley. Spoonster works around the outside to Parker. This has been a 45-second possession.
That doesn't help when you're down by almost 20.
Oh, they get it to the block. Three Cardinals surround. Now a mid-range jumper finally pulled up. Draws nothing but the baseline. Ava there fighting for it, and they're going to say it went out of bounds before the shove. Coach Culpepper asking for the foul, and the official says, sir, your team just played defense for a minute and a half and got the ball back.
Yeah.
All right, we're fine.
When you're playing to go to the Final Four, don't expect many whistles.
Trying that pressure at full court. Williams just steps right through it, goes to Petrie. A trap's put on her. She goes back to Clara, who splits two defenders. Inside, drops it to Bailey. She'll try another wing three. Off the iron, won't go, but Ava's got an offensive board. Turns the corner, gets dropped to the floor. Play on. Charlie Spoonster splits the defenders, and it's stripped from behind by Williams.
Just when you think you've got it. I mean, there's nothing. They can test everything.
Nothing comes easy against these Lady Cardinals.
That should have just been a simple layup down there at the other end, but they still took it from them.
Oh, the inbounds. A foul going to be called on the shot as it's going to send Riley Kuntz to the free throw line. Didn't see. Did they get Bailey, her second?
I believe. Yeah, that'll be two.
So Kuntz to the free throw line. 4:34 to play in this third quarter of action. Tipton leads 38-17 as the first free throw is on the mark. Winner moves on to the Final Four. Mizzou Arena. The other perk of winning this game, it means no matter what, you have 2 games left on your season.
Exactly.
Second free throw good as well. Kuntz money from the line, puts it back at 19. Bailey sees the pressure coming. Patiently ahead to Charlie. Charlie launches the three, won't go, but offensive rebound. Crane. Clara, mid-range jumper, knocked down.
That's beautiful. Tipton's getting every rebound right now.
Yeah. Clara's got 15 on the game with about 7 boards or 8 boards to go with it. Yeah. I mean, this has just been Tipton playing at their highest level right now, Jason.
They're doing everything, all the little things, the rebounds, all of it. I mean, unbelievable.
And the thing is, I could make the case that Tipton has left some bunnies at the rim even through this.
I mean, this could very easily
also
be 50-19.
I'm just going to throw this out. If you're going to play that zone and you're going to press full court and you're going to keep leaving Charlie Bailey open for wing threes, I promise eventually she's going to go on a hot streak and hit about 5 of those things in a row.
Sure.
She's got, what, 2 in the game?
She's got 2. Yeah, I mean, just 2. But, I mean, all of them are scoring. All the girls are. I mean, this is a total team effort.
Yeah, you look on the board up there, and when it says...
You got Ava with 9. You've got Clara with 6.
15.
15. You've got P3 with 6. Charlie with 6. Crane with 4. I mean, I don't know. Pick your poison. Go ahead and just pick your poison. Focus on one and somebody else will beat you.
Tipton taking a little extra time as Coach Culpepper sitting down. He's drawing up something special over there. There's something he did not like that he saw. I'm going to correct you. That's another thing about these girls. As much as we praise their skill, their dedication, I think the biggest thing to me is they are coachable.
Oh, yeah, all of them are just those kind of kids that I guarantee you can just coach. You can coach them hard, and they just take it. They literally just take the coach and get better.
There's no ego in the way. They take pride in what they do, and they all want to play better individually.
I always tell people about these Tipton girls because I have no ties to Tipton, but I was like, they're just a pleasure to see their personality. They're all just such good kids.
Yeah.
And then you see them on the floor, and they're like, my God, they're angry.
Yeah. They're
gamers, man. They're competitive.
3, top of the keeper, Clopton. Big shot, knocked down Skylar Parker.
She got that one for 3, didn't she?
Puts the lead back at 18 with 4 minutes to go in the third. In the corner, Petrie gives it to Williams. She splits the defense, goes back to Lara. Lara thought about the 3, instead gets it to Crane on the cut. Her shot blocked. Clopton with it, trying to cut into an 18-point lead.
That seems to be there every time for Tipton, though.
Oh, and Strong takes Spoonster, won't go. And who else but Petrie mixing it up for the board is going to get fouled?
Spoonster is she's a great player, but I think she's a little frustrated. She just can't find the bottom of that rim today, hardly.
Well, if you got guarded by Clara Williams all night, you'd be frustrated too, Jason.
No kidding.
And the weird part about this, Clara, as tough as she has played Charlie Spoonster, Charlie looks a little gassed right now.
She does.
You look over at Clara, and she doesn't look like she's even done anything.
No.
She's very casual, like, yeah, we're just playing basketball.
She just now got stretched out. So
yeah, just now warmed up. Ava drives, top of the key, off the glass, won't go. Fighting for the rebound. They're going to say Ava was the last to touch it. That's what I'm talking about. A couple looks like that, uncharacteristic misses. So 40-22. Tipton leads by 18. 3:20 to play in the third. Double screens. Bailey takes away the wing 3. Spoonster tries to drive. Has to pull a step back 3.
That's beautiful.
Just like that, lead at 15. A little run here from Clopton. Williams to Bailey on the right wing. Bailey, couple pass fakes, goes back to Clara. Clara goes to Lara, to Clara. Williams on the drive, drops it off to Crane. Quick ball movement. Bailey, wing 3, off the back iron, won't go. Crane, another offensive board. Gives it to Charlie. Charlie drops it off to Anna. Crane, corner 3, got it!
Give her a reward for the rebound.
Tipton back up by 18. That is the danger of this zone, is you're going to leave looks for these Lady Cards, and they kind of like threes. Charlie Spoonster attacking from the wing. Williams takes away the drive. It's flipped to the corner. The pass has to be saved and thrown back to Charlie Spoonster. They're trying to post up against Bailey down low. The player runs off with a grimace on her face.
Yeah, man.
Charlie may have gave her a little bit of a forearm shiver on the way. Spoonster, strong take. Wow. She put the English on that one.
Yeah, she's starting to get warmed up here.
43-27. Spoonster up to 10 in the game. Clara breaks down the press, gets it to Bailey on the run out. Bailey will pull it back out at the wing. Double team comes. She goes to Clara. Clara steps in, fires over to Anna. Back to Clara. Back to Bailey. Left open. Corner 3. Halfway down. Petrie fighting for another board. This one a little overzealous as she's going to get called for an over the back. Update, by the way, out of St. Vincent, as St. Vincent leads 20-8 after 1.
That's a pretty good start, you might say.
St. Vincent's a pretty good team. 1:40 to go. 43-2017. Or that math didn't math. Oh, mid-range now for Spoonster, up in good. Man, Charlie Spoonster has figured something out.
Yeah, she getting hot.
This is as close as it's been in a while. It's down to a 14-point game. Bailey in the middle of the press, breaks it down, goes to Clara. Clara on the drive, drops it off to Petrie, to Bailey. Skips it to Crane. Thought about the 3, instead gets inside, goes to Charlie. Back to Ava at the top of the key. She'll try the 3. Off the front iron. Lara, another offensive board. It's tipped over to Crane. She has fouled 3 times.
Oh, baby. Somebody's about to play the feud here. We're lucky that ain't a technical.
Getting a little physical down here, and but neither of these teams seem to care about it.
They don't care.
All you're going to do is make them mad.
It brings out the best in them usually. But, hey, I don't mind it. I mean, your team's got to do something. You're down. You haven't shot well or played well. Do something, get a little emotion going. So
Bailey, inbounds. Crane, corner 3, got it!
But you better guard Anna Crane if you're going to do it.
Anna Crane, the one that got tackled moments before, says that's fine. Shoot the takedown. I'll shoot the 3. Lead back up to 17. Oh, and it's stripped by Crane. So in the first half, Petrie was all over everything. Second half, Crane is all over everything.
Those 2 players, those 2 girls, man, that you can't sleep. You can't sleep on them, I'm telling you.
I don't know what a scouting report for Tipton says right now other than good luck.
Well, I guarantee it focused on the big 3. I guarantee it did, but those 2 are just killing the teams right now.
This is Anna Crane's got 10.
Yeah. 2
a deep 3 launch from Clopton off the mark, and my goodness. Body's just getting hammered down there. Slotzhauer's got it, leads the fast break, fires to the corner. Bailey, corner 3, just off the iron.
Look at that.
Offensive board, Lara Petrie. Fires underneath to Anna Crane. Over to Bailey. To Williams. Dishes it to Slotzhauer. She's fouled to go to the line for 2.
What a look. Clara Williams could find anybody down there in the middle of the trees, man.
But how'd that start with Lara Petrie in there crashing the glass?
Again. I know it sounds a little overused at this point, but my Lord, man, that girl has done everything.
I'm going to go ahead and say it. There's also a little luck here. Charlie Bailey not having her best shooting night.
No.
First free throw is short for Ava. Otherwise, this game could be a lot worse right now.
Ava needs a little bit more arch. I've noticed a couple of her shots a little bit flat.
She likes the line drive shot.
Yeah, she got a little bit of a line drive. Got to get a little more air under that ball.
Lead at 17 with 30 seconds remaining in the third. Ava's second free throw.
There it is.
On the mark. 47-29. Charlie Spoonster. She'll launch a wing 3 off the fast break. Off the mark, won't go. What a box out by Slotzhauer. Ball on the floor, and Ava tied out. Yeah,
there we go.
Clopton player just flying over the back. Ava gives her a little bit of a stiff arm. Coach Culpepper's heated over there. The tackle came late.
Yeah.
I'm going to be the one to say it. Ava is not the girl you want to play that way with.
That is what they say. You will mess around and find out.
Clopton,
that'd be a fun fight right there.
Clopton maintains possession.
I'm putting that girl on my football team, too, whoever she is.
They get it in to Charlie Spoonster. She's going to step back at the top of the key. Williams there defensively. 8 seconds to go. Charlie on the drive. And Clara bodies her high, so the shot won't count. We'll say a foul on the floor. That'll just be the third team foul on Tipton, so Clopton will have to reset.
You said that Spoonster's only a sophomore?
Charlie, yeah.
My Lord, that is a player, man.
All-State is a freshman and a sophomore.
You don't see that very often.
They lob it in, but great defense by Williams. Goes off the back of her hand. Probably could have been a foul on Crane, not called. Ball's loose, and that's how the quarter ends. Smothering defense. But, yeah, Crane definitely got fouled, and that would have sent her to the line. Either way, we've played 3. Tipton leads by 18 going into the 4th. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
The Tipton Latham Bank is a locally owned and operated full-service independent community bank serving the area since 1906. The Tipton Latham Bank N.A. is an equal housing lender and a member FDIC. The Tipton Latham Bank is a proud supporter of local high school athletics. Stop by the Tipton or Latham branch or visit TiptonLathamBank.com.
Nikki Ragsdale with RE/MAX of Sedalia has the experience and local expertise to assist in all your real estate transactions. From Sedalia to Tipton, even the lake and other surrounding areas, she's a leading agent in this market who knows what to expect and how to deliver. If you're ready to buy or sell, call your real estate expert, Nikki Ragsdale with RE/MAX of Sedalia at 660-620-7777 or call the office at 660-826-9911 and ask for Nikki. She's the key to your home buying and selling needs.
An 18-point lead for the Lady Cards as we enter the 4th quarter. The winner of this game is going to Mizzou Arena into the Final Four. I mean, yes, Jason, 29 points is the most that Tipton has given up in this entire postseason thus far. But considering what you're playing in this Clopton squad, I still think the defense has been off the charts.
Defense is everything, man. It is the key to everything Tipton's doing right now. Hands down. And hands down.
And if you're Clopton, you're asking yourself, what do I throw at them? Because they've tried hitting Tipton with everything but the kitchen sink, literally.
Even just hitting Tipton hasn't worked.
No, and it's like I don't know. I mean, look at this. They're leaning on Clara before the inbounds.
Clara can't get in their heads. They're all too mentally tough for that. You can't get in their heads. You can't stop them.
They're going to try to trap Clara at half court. She fires over to Lara. Lara to the corner to Anna. Anna, corner 3 off the iron. Lara Petrie court. She gets tackled. Play on. Williams splits the defense and lays it in. Well, there's a lot of extracurriculars going on the floor now.
It is getting hot in here, baby.
The thing is, though, Tipton's still scoring through it.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. You can do all that, but they're still scoring. You're still not stopping them.
Oh, a 3 off the dribble won't go for Spoonster. Offensive board kept alive, and that's going to get called for a foul.
Yeah, the officials might have to tighten this up a little bit here because
it's a 20-point game.
A lot of smack getting talked up.
I don't think that favors you.
No, it may against a lot of teams. It's not this team.
Turnaround jumper flipped off the glass.
That's a shot.
That's tough from Ashlyn Noah. She gets the bucket. It's back to 18. You are not going to find a more physical girls basketball game than the one we're watching right here. Oh, man, just miscommunication from the Tipton ladies, knocking each other off ball. Turnover back to Clopton. Yeah, this game, it seems like they should have had a cage match at halftime or something. This is wild. I've got a UFC pay-per-view I'm going to watch tonight. I don't think it'll be this violent.
No.
The wing. Clopton goes to the corner to Spoonster. She resets the top of the key, drops it off. Little hesitation dribble. Trying to turn the corner. Back to Spoonster. Almost at the volleyball line. Thought about 3. She can pull it from there. She dribbles, needs help. Nothing there.
Clopton's been a two-headed scoring machine tonight. They only got 2 players that's done most of the scoring, so just got to stop.
And one of those players fires the wing 3 off the front of the mark. Slots Howard the board. She wants to lead the fast break. It's stripped, picked up by Lara, and that's like the 3rd time, and it's got to be frustrating. They keep hitting the back of Lara's knee, like someone's dropping a shoulder into the back of her knee.
Yeah.
My only fear of that is you just don't want to see a girl get hurt.
No. You do not want to see that.
Lara has been nowhere near phased. They flip it ahead to Lara to break the press. She resets. Ava calling for it, but a double team. So they go to Charlie. Over to Claire on the left wing as we hit 6:28 to play.
Oh,
Charlie
mercy.
splits the defense, goes right at the big. Bucket won't go. Fight for the board, controlled by Clopton. Charlie Spoonster leading the fast break. She gets hip checked by Lara. That'll be a foul.
Her second. Wow. The way she's played, that's only her second.
Substitution for Clopton, by the way, is they're going to get Riley Kuntz out of the game. She picked up that last foul for Clopton. It was her 4th. So into the game for Clopton is Lauren Blackwell, 5'6", and a senior. Oh, wow. That was, all right. Okay. May have possibly sort of kind of really been an offensive foul there. That was.
I don't even know what to say.
That was, Either way, that's going to be Clopton going to the free throw. I don't have a lot of words for that one.
We got some parents getting angry down here. It's.
Ashland Noah to the free throw line. First free throw is long. This is
what did it cost to get $6? This is the best $6 you'll ever spend.
This is an environment here, let me tell you. Second free throw off the mark as well. Fight for the board and a foul called on Clopton.
It's that Clopton-Tipton line in the crowd.
Yeah, we're sitting right on the line of it.
Kind of like the old Berlin Wall. There might be something going down there.
Williams sees the trap. They've been trying to trap Claire, and it hasn't worked very well, but it's picked off. Crane's pass stolen by Charlie Spoonster. A rocket ahead has to be saved back to Crane. So Crane turned it over, then got the steal.
Yeah.
Bailey to Claire. Claire's a cheat code. Every time they try to trap, she just handles it with ease. That pass picked off, though.
Spoonster trying to turn it up on D a little bit.
Spoonster on the run out. Her shot won't go. A fight for the board. Literally a fight for the board. Bodies on the floor. Ball is still loose as it goes out of bounds, and they're going to say Bailey touched it last.
Well, they are going to let them play to the end, aren't they?
You need knee pads and mouth guards to play in this game. I've seen less physical hockey matches.
Get ready to save big with Hy-Vee.
Clopton on the inbounds. Going to try to work it around the outside. 5:30 to play. Tipton by 18. Spoonster, corner three. Splashes home.
Got a little bit of a look there, and she made the most of it.
Charlie Spoonster is a bona fide bucket. Lead down to 15. Pass ahead to Crane. Goes out to Petrie to Bailey.
Tipton, I just kind of regroup here just for a minute.
And, wow, just kind of a random blatant shove to drop Bailey.
Yeah.
Bailey gets up with a smile on her face.
At some points, you're going to have to call this. We've had a few technical fouls here, I think.
I think you're right.
At some points, you're going to have to call it because it's going to start to reciprocate.
Williams gets it in. They try to trap her. She casually dribbles around, inside, out. Ball to Crane. Crane to Bailey. Bailey to Schlotzhauer. Ava looks to attack. Backing her man down. Turns around, dishes off to Crane. To the corner to Petrie. Petrie inside out to Bailey. Back to Crane. Tipton playing a little keep away. Schlotzhauer to Williams. Williams inside. Splits the defense. Dishes it out to Anna. Over to Bailey. Bailey with space. Fires from three and connects.
Just looking for what they want there.
Shove her to the ground. It don't matter. She's still cash money from outside.
Yeah.
Big shot Bailey. Her third three of the evening. And Tipton, they can see Mizzou Arena in the distance. They know what is on the cusp if they can just hold strong for a few more minutes. And I will give Clopton all the credit in the world. Their defense and offense have amped up. When it comes to physicality, Clopton is not going to back down from anyone.
No, they're not. They're tough. They're trying to make a run here at the end, but you can do all that stuff, but at the end of the day, you got to stop Tipton. You can't let them score like they are.
Like I said, Tipton, 34 is the most anybody's put on Tipton this postseason, which doesn't sound like a ton, but that's saying something.
Yeah.
This Clopton squad, specifically Charlie Spoonster, I don't know a coach that would not love to have that girl on your team.
Oh, she's awesome. Man, can you imagine her as a senior?
That's the scary part. She is a sophomore.
You're going to be anytime you get it as a freshman and sophomore, barring injury, you're most likely going to be a four-time All-State player. You don't see that very often. Like Versailles, the only one ever happened to Versailles, I think, for basketball was Barry Laurie, and I don't think many people hold a candle to him. So that's a rare thing to see somebody get All-State as a freshman and up. But yes, he's going to be a stud. He already is.
Tipton trying to close the door and nail it shut. They lead by 18 with 4:40 to play in this Elite Eight matchup. Does Clopton have an answer? Parker just trying to find space, throws it at the rim. It won't go. Anna Crane, who's been phenomenal tonight with the board. Breaking the press ahead to Bailey. She gets to the middle of the floor, finds Crane. Crane to Schlotzhauer. Schlotzhauer attacks the basket, takes the contact, no whistle. So she just gets her own miss and puts it in.
That'll work.
Ava Schlotzhauer just showing off the muscles, and it's back to a 20-point game. Charlie Spoonster gives it up to Parker. Oh, a near steal by Petrie. Kept alive, stepping into a mid-range jumper for Clopton off the front iron. What a box out for Ava.
Yeah.
Ava just pinned Noah, gave her no space. That's why I said Ava is not one you want to try to shove around and get mad.
You don't want to mess around with that girl. I mean, you can try it, but you won't want to buy it.
Bailey to Williams. Once again, Clopton trying to press. Tipton breaks it down ahead to Ava. Ava on the attack. Splits the defense, gets slapped in the face. She'll go back to the free throw line.
Yeah, she's just hammering away at him now. She doesn't care. I love it.
The thing with this press, it spreads the defense out so much that you're letting Ava now get a head of steam to the rack.
You better be a pretty salty player to want to stand in there and take that charge.
Ava's first free throw on the mark. Lead 21. I'm telling you, this student section rivalry we got going here is beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm all for it.
I think the parent section was getting better there for a while.
Yeah. Second free throw for Schlottsauer is good as well. Ava, what's she up to on the evening?
Oh. What's she had up there? They took her off. I don't know. Something happened to her.
She's
up here.
She's so good, she broke the scoreboard.
14.
So 14, 17, 6, 9, and 10 is the balance for Tipton.
None of them were easy.
Going to the weave once again is Clopton. Down by 22. Oh, and it's just straight taken away by Crane. Crane just reached in, said, I'll take that basketball and the foul. Send me to the free throw line, please.
Once again, her and Petrie, man, they've just been everywhere.
That's just, I mean, I'm impressed. I knew those girls were good. I didn't know this level was in here.
Big games bring out the best in you. You know, the bright lights bring out the big stars. And Tipton's got a lot of stars, more stars than you even thought.
First free throw off the mark, and I'm just going to point it out before it happens. I see Maddie sitting by Coach Culpeppers. He's diagramming something. I think we're going to see Miss Carvajal back in the game. Second free throw off the mark as well. So Anna Crane's done everything right except those two free throws.
Rare double miss.
Oh, wow. Strong take, Spoonster. It takes a lot to turn the corner on Williams, but Charlie Spoonster did.
Boy, that was unbelievable. Tucked that ball up under her arm like a football and put it in.
Bailey, Schlottsauer, middle of the floor, breaking the press, right to the rack, lays it in with the left hand. It's pick your poison. You got to gamble for the trap, but if you leave Ava one-on-one, you might as well count the bucket. Spoonster, quick trigger, three, won't go. Bailey, the board. Bailey on her way to possibly becoming the winningest Cardinal of all time with a win here tonight. Inside-out game, Ava goes baseline.
Yeah, I think the refs have kind of tightened up the calling a little bit here to keep things under control.
Yeah, hand check foul against Ava. That's going to be the third one.
Definitely seeing a lot of that not being called a while ago.
Jason, we saw open field tackles not called.
Yeah, I know. And solid ones, too.
Oh, yeah.
Wrapped up and everything.
Ava's free throw touches every part of the iron and pops back up. Yeah, a couple of those hits the NFL would flag you for.
Well, I think a couple of them you'd be in that little tent getting your head looked at.
Second free throw for Ava. On the mark. Tipton extends their lead to 23. Under 3 minutes to go. Oh, a nice drive after the head and shoulder fake is laid up and in.
A rare wide open layup against this Tipton defense. I have not seen that yet in the postseason.
That is Parker with the bucket. A timeout going to be called with 2:46, and I do believe Maddie Carvajal is about to check back into this game. It's nice just to get her on the floor, Jason.
Sure. I would, with the physicality that we've been seeing, I would want to make sure she's okay. I wouldn't want anybody diving at her feet or anything like that. But it's always good to see her out there moving around. They're going to need her in that Final Four.
I don't think you worry too much about somebody trying to rough Maddie up. She got Ava out there to fight for. She'll be just fine.
Well, I think some of them are kind of about ready for that.
You just
try it one more time.
If you're Coach Culpepper, you say there's a protective order out on Maddie Carvajal.
You're standing on Ava's last nerve now, so I don't know.
This is.
You might even have Clara out there.
Clara blows my mind.
Her expression.
We watched Clara. It wasn't like anything dirty about when they were playing against Harrisburg. They tried to isolate Clara on the block, a player that was about 3 or 4 inches taller. And it kind of made me chuckle because it almost backfired. It's almost like Clara got fired up by that.
And took that knee and got up underneath her and didn't back down.
Yeah. It's just, I'm telling you, it's just a weird Tipton thing up here. They enjoy that challenge. They want to play people bigger and stronger and more physical because whatever you think they can't take, they'll find a way to take it.
Well, you got to have that side to you. Teams don't go to the Final Four just being all finesse.
I love
you
this.
Got to have that toughness.
Maddie Carvajal checks into the game for Lara Petrie. Lara's played phenomenal. Going to give Maddie some valuable minutes here to see how she can move and whatnot, and how.
I think mentally this is really good for her. Just moving forward for this next week of rehab, and
to see her get a look.
Yeah, just to know that, hey, I was out there, I did it, I know how it felt, I can do this.
Full court pressure. They go to Maddie. She flips it over to Clara. Clara able to break the press. Clara in trouble, goes to Ava. They leave the baseline open. Bold move. Ava takes it and lays it in.
You give her that left side, she's going to make it. That's her sweet spot.
She might dunk next time.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Back the other way. Charlie Spoonster drops it off to the wing. Back to Charlie. Clara takes it away. 2:20 to play. Little high post action. Carvajal takes it away. Mid-range jumper off the mark. Draws nothing but Clara Williams. And Clopton not even going to press here.
Yeah, clock is your friend now if you're Tipton.
It's a 23-point Lady Cardinal lead with 2 minutes to go. Crane in the corner. Back to Bailey. Bailey fires it back to a wide-open Crane, lane to the basket. She just drives the baseline, dishes it back out to Maddie, who gives it to Clara. Clara goes to the rack, through the contact, off the glass, and good.
What a sweet shot, man. That girl's unbelievable.
Tipton has opened up a 25-point lead. On the drive, Clopton just knocked off ball. Shot partially blocked by Schlotzhauer. Offensive board kept alive by Noah, and she is fouled. That foul, by the way, will send Noah to the free throw line. That'll go against Ava, her second. Noah's first free throw on mark. So Maddie got out there, moved a little bit. She'll check back out. Honestly, I thought she moved pretty well.
She did. I think a lot of that's just for mentally.
What I love is she's got a smile on her face right now. She checks out. I think that's huge. When you go out and you feel that it holds up, it increases your confidence. This next week of practice is going to be huge for her.
Well, I think it just helps you with your whole rehab and just the whole, treating this thing all week long. It goes miles for that, because if I felt that way today, I know in a week I'll probably feel a little bit better.
23-point Lady Cardinal lead, 1:35 to go. Full court pressure from Clopton, and Tipton didn't care. Schlotzhauer breaks it down into the front court. She is fouled, and I believe Ava will be going to the free throw line. At this point, we may just be deciding a final score, as it looks like Tipton is on the cusp of returning to Mizzou Arena. Free throw for Ava is on the mark. If I had $1 for every time I've got to say that. Anna Crane checks out to a standing ovation, and reasonably so.
Yes, without a doubt.
Emma Bestian comes in for Anna Crane. A phenomenal evening. Schlotzhauer's second free throw, good as well. And now, Lara Petrie will check out to a standing ovation. Very well
that girl
earned.
deserves it. She did it from the very first tip-off, man.
Maddie Carvajal back on the floor.
Phenomenal job.
Student section ringing it out with 1:15 to go. Dish to the corner, drive baseline, nothing there. Back out, Charlie Spoonster, and Clara going to back her down. Spoonster on the drive has to force the shot up, and I guess a little touch foul going to go against Clara. I know I'm hyper-focusing here, but I will say I'm watching Maddie move. She looks good defensively. She's shuffling her feet well. She's getting her out. I really think as the confidence builds, you're going to see her get quicker and quicker.
I agree. She just has to believe it. She has to believe what we see. I mean, she looks like she can move better than she was when she was warming up on some things.
I see Culpepper signaling as the second free throw going offensive rebound for Clopton, signaling to someone in the crowd, hey, we need scissors to cut these nets down. Clopton, a crossover, 1 minute to go. 24-point ball game. Strong take, flipped up, rolling around and dropping first bucket of the game.
Nice little take.
Skylar Wilson, freshman. If you're watching, I'm sorry. Yes, it's going to be hard to see. As Williams going to bring it across half court and just kind of hold it out the logo. 40 seconds to go. Tipton doesn't care if they take another shot. They're up 22 with 35 seconds to play. Bailey over to Maddie. Maddie, couple pass fakes, fires to Clara. Clara over to Bailey. Bailey to Clara. And Clopton just kind of standing back now with 20 seconds remaining as it is set in and it is official. Tipton has punched their ticket to Mizzou Arena and back to the Final Four with a chance to play for the state championship on the line. These Lady Cardinals knock off Clopton by a score of 65-43 and are Final Four bound. Your post-game show is coming up next. You're listening to KS95 Sports.
Butch's Small Engines east of Tipton is your sales and repair person for all makes and models of small engines. They sell and install B&W gooseneck hitches. They're a dealer for Echo chainsaws, weed trimmers, and blowers, and a Kohler warranty center. Butch's Small Engines is open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday till noon. Highway 50, 3.5 miles east of Tipton. Butch's Small Engines. Call 660-433-5831. That's 660-433-5831.
Looking to save on groceries? Farmland Grocery in Syracuse is your go-to discount store. They offer surplus, bent and dent, seasonal, and close-dated foods, all at unbeatable
if your
prices.
club, group,
With
church, or nonprofit organization has an event you'd like to have on the KS95 community calendar, you can email the information to ks95@lakeradio.net. Fax it to 378-6640 or mail it to
Located just north of the Highway 50 and D intersection in Syracuse. Follow Farmland Grocery on Facebook for the latest updates on new arrivals and special deals.
If your club, group, church, or nonprofit organization has an event you'd like to have on the KS95 community calendar, you can email the information to ks95@lakeradio.net. Fax it to 378-6640 or mail it to Post Office Box 409 in Versailles. Please send the information at least 2 weeks in advance and we'll add your event to the KS95 community calendar. In touch with the Lake of the Ozarks, we're KS95.
When you need asphalt, trust the pros at Higgins Asphalt Paving Company in Tipton. Since 1991, they've been paving the way across mid-Missouri with expert craftsmanship and attention to detail. Whether it's brand new project or giving new life to worn-out pavement, they handle it all fully bonded, insured, and backed by decades of experience. When you need paving done right, trust the experts at Higgins Asphalt Paving Company in Tipton. Visit them online at higginsasphalt.com for more information.
As we enter our post-game show, Tipton with a huge win over Clopton, 65-43. Why is that a huge win, I say? Because it punches their ticket back to the Final Four at Mizzou Arena, where Tipton, first off, has extended their season no matter what by 2 games. But, Jason, we said earlier in the year when we called that Tipton versus Skyline matchup that we thought that they could be on a collision course for each other. Well, that collision course has almost completed itself.
Yeah, it's coming. They've been watching each other from afar. And it's coming.
Everybody down on the floor celebrating right now. I once again love that Tipton incorporates the student section into the pictures. How could you not, as they were a very big part of this game this evening as well.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this
somebody needs to be taking that hard hat down there and finding Laura Petrie and letting her be the hard hat player of the game on this field, because that girl, she did some amazing stuff filling in for Miss Carvajal.
And I've got to get a zoom in here as they brought out the ladder. This is one of the coolest experiences as a high schooler you will ever have, as they get to cut the net down. And each of these girls, each of these coaches, the managers are all going to leave with a piece of that net that forever will remind them, I was a part of a team that made it to the Final Four. I mean, that's just, you can't duplicate that feeling. That's incredible. It's rare air that not a lot of kids will ever get to experience. And once again, I don't think people appreciate fully the run these Tipton ladies are on.
Is this 4 out of 5 years?
4 out of 5 years they have been at Mizzou Arena.
Yeah.
This is their 26th win of the season, and I got to give a big congratulations to Miss Charlie Bailey, as by my math, I was trying to think, it was 107, 108. This should be win 110, I believe. She had 107 going into dish 108, 109. Yes. This was win 110 for Charlie Bailey. She is now the winningest Lady Cardinal in the history of Tipton High School. As she's the one cutting down the net right now, by the way, well-deserved, the senior leader gets up there first. And
5 out of 6, my bet.
5 out of
this will
6.
be 5 out of
5
out of 6.
That's ridiculous. You just don't do it. I mean, and what I love is we talk about this as a tradition. We talk about it keeps going. I keep babbling here. Jason, what's the scoring look like, by the way, from this game? Well, we got some time here.
For Tipton, we have pretty balanced scoring. Anna Crane with a big night, 10 points. Charlie Bailey with 9 on 3 big threes. Laura Petrie with 6, and just a whole bunch of other things she did to contribute. So that 6 doesn't really nail it down for what she did tonight. Clara Williams with a big 19 points, and Ava
Insurance
Slotauer
Associates
with
America, your leading agri-insurance agency.
I can't get over the intangibles in this one. You can look at the scoreboard, you can look at the scoring column and say so-and-so had this many points. But, Jason, I think it's fair to say that Lara Petrie was as impactful in this game as any player on the court.
I agree. To me, yeah, I mean, you know what you're going to get out of Ava. You know we're going to get Clara and everybody and then Bailey, but Petrie just brought something from the beginning to the end. And that girl, I couldn't give her enough credit. And Anna Crane as well. Anna hit 2 big threes, had 10 points, and I don't know how many steals. And just big shot after big shot. So full team effort tonight.
I'm trying to like do sign language here. Where's that headset at? What I'm trying to tell Charlie here is she works her way through the crowd, net in hand. I know she's confused because I know that Charlie doesn't actually care about these things. She wants the team to win. But, Charlie, do you know what happened to you tonight?
Well, I think you just told me that I have the most wins for Tipton.
You just passed your old teammate, Courtney Edwards, and you are now the winningest Cardinal in the history of this school. How does it feel to get 110 here tonight, Chuck?
I just think it's all the hard work and all the teams that I've been on. So, I mean, I can't even take credit for it. Every team I've been on, we've worked hard every single day, every time in practice, every time we're on the court. So, I mean, you practice and then, you get the reward whenever you're in the game and I guess get this many wins.
On top of that, 110 wins is awesome. You're going back to the Final Four. You just took out a great Clopton squad. You extended your career by 2 games no matter what, and this was not an easy game. This was a slugfest from the word go. What worked so well for your squad?
I think that in practice we worked so hard on understanding who we're going to guard. So, like Clara, she did an amazing job on number 15. 15 is a really good athlete. She has so many hesitations, great job at changing her speed and direction fast. And Clara did a great job of keeping up with that. So, it's her understanding what she needs to do. And then the rest of us, like 33, she can shoot. And so we just practice that and make sure I don't let her have a 3. And everybody else, they executed their job perfectly. And that's just what we have to do. Work hard in practice and make sure that we can execute that in the game.
Head coach Jason Culpepper up here as well. First off, Coach Culpepper, congratulations on going back to the Final Four again. Your squad just got after from the word go, and I got to take a second to isolate 2 players that blew my mind tonight, Lara Petrie and Anna Crane. Talk for a second about what you got out of those 2 girls and the difference they made for you tonight.
Oh, man, they're so good. So proud of them. They worked their butts off. Lara really gave us a spark, especially early. She had a huge bucket there to start the game off. And it's kind of like one of those Vegas betting odds type things. Odds on first player to score a bucket for Tipton. Lara's probably 5th on that list. So for her to come out there and get a bucket on one end, and then she had 2 steals on the other end, was huge for us. They worked their butts off. It's something that they really take pride in being great teammates. It's not easy whenever, you have 3 amazing all-state basketball players out there with you all the time, like against Harrisburg. Ava, Charlie, and Clara combined for 55 of the 58 or 59 points. They showed up to work the next day like they just scored the 58 or 59 points. They're great kids. Couldn't be happier for them.
I do also want to take a moment. We were talking before you got up here. I don't know if we talked about it or not before the game. I'm sure you already knew, but with tonight's win, this young lady sitting next to you is now the winningest Cardinal in the history of your program, and she got win number 110. I mean, how cool is that to know that you're coaching a girl that has 110 wins in 4 years of high school, Coach Culpepper? That's crazy.
Yeah. Yep. Yep. It's pretty awesome.
It takes a lot to get Coach Culpepper a little choked up there, and I get it. The beautiful part is 110 doesn't need to be where it stops, as you have absolutely confirmed that Charlie will have at least 2 games left. Well, we'll have 2 games left in her career as you go back to Mizzou Arena. One more thing before I switch it over to the girls. You were able to get Maddie Carvajal out there for a few minutes tonight, and how nice was it to see Maddie back out on the floor as well, being able to move a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, she came out there, and at the very end of the first quarter, she got us a wide open 3. It was pretty awesome. We had that set play in, and she kind of cut through there, and they chased her, and they left Chuck wide open in the corner. And, you don't have to know too much about Tipton to figure out pretty quick Chuck's a really good shooter, and if you leave her wide open in the corner, she's probably going to make it. And then our girls did a good job of running the play and getting her the shot there to end the quarter and set us up really well there to get that bucket there to go into the second quarter with that big 3.
Yeah, do you guys have a buzzer in practice or something? Because I'd like to see the numbers on when Charlie Bailey shoots with a buzzer going off. She's got to be 90% from the field or better. The girl don't miss.
Yeah, dialed in for sure.
Coach, I know you got a lot of people to celebrate with and all this. Do you have any final thoughts before we turn it over to the girls?
No, I mean, it's just, awesome. Looking over here at this crowd right now, the floor is absolutely full of Tipton people. Obviously, our gym only fits 700 people, but, we had well over our 350 that showed up here today to cheer these girls on and for them to be out here, be able to go out here in the quarterfinal game at home and get the win in front of this big crowd. It is amazing. It's something that they'll never forget. Something I'll never forget too. So this is awesome. Thank you guys for covering this game.
It's always a pleasure, Coach. By the way, the Jordans are sick. Love the new kicks. We will, if you don't have anything going on next week, I think we'll go ahead and make a road trip up to Columbia with you. Maybe we can have some fun Friday and Saturday.
That sounds awesome. I can't wait.
All right, give that headset to Claire, man, and we'll get the girls set up. Charlie, I didn't even think about the fact that, this is your last home game, and you went out in style. You've done this many a times now, but do you still get that electric feeling when you get to cut the net down?
100%. I think it just kind of hits whenever Culver talks about it and it being really my last game on this court. It's pretty sad, especially just sitting here watching the crowd walk over knowing that I just played on it and that'll probably be my last time. So I'm just excited that now I've secured 2 more games with my team. So I'm sad that this is my last time playing on this court, but, we still have 2 more games. So just got to get determined for those.
I got to tell you, by the way, your cheering section up here, the entire Bailey family, may have been the most energized people in the gym. Specifically, Jax. I don't know that he sat down the entire game. It was wonderful to watch. But speaking of energized, the Energizer Bunny herself, Miss Clara Williams, with us right now. Clara, you drew the card tonight of guarding the best player on the opposing team from Clopton, and that was Miss Charlie Spoonster. Man, it seemed like you were in a dogfight all night. Talk about guarding Spoonster and just how big of a challenge that is.
Yeah, she's really fast, a good player. She can pull up threes, pull up jumpers. So it was definitely a challenge guarding her because she's good all around. But give props to her for being that young and being developed as she is.
There was a point in the game, somewhere in that third quarter, where physicality took over, and it seemed like there was some extracurriculars going on the floor, and things started getting a little chippy. How do you respond to that by not letting the moment get too big or matching that aggression with aggression? How do you handle those moments?
You just got to, as a team, hey, it's all right, next play, stay focused, worry about what you can do good the next play instead of what just happened.
Well, you guys, I know the Final Four seems like a normal thing to you guys at this point, just somewhere you happen to go every year, but Clara, kind of the same thing I asked Charlie. Are you still just as giddy and excited knowing that you get to go play on Mizzou Arena next week?
Yeah, I'm super excited, especially being a home game. It was so exciting to play in.
It was such a cool environment all night long. And Charlie, I'm going to go back to you. If you remember, at the beginning of the year, we did this little fast break interview thing, and I asked you point blank where you wanted this season to come to a close, and you told me you wanted to be at Mizzou Arena and playing for a state championship. You now have 1 game left to get you back to that state title. What is this next week going to be like for you guys as a squad in practice and just getting through the week? Is it going to be any different than the rest of the season?
Absolutely not. We had that goal, our first practice, and we've been trying to work towards it the entire year. And so literally nothing will change. Even after districts, nothing has changed. We have worked hard every single time we set foot on the court, and this is why we can go to state, how we can get to hopefully the state championship is that we work hard every single day that we are on a court. So, nothing's going to change other than the fact that we might know who we're going to play for the first round at state, and then all we have to do is just scout them out and understand what we're going to do and execute.
I will tell you, at the half, St. Vincent was leading by 17 points, so it looks like they may be the ones on a collision course with you. And Clara, I know that we often talk about you two. You and Ava always have that seems to be like a weird duo on the floor. You know where each other's at all times. And we saw Ava getting a little scrappy tonight. What is it about Ava that just makes her such a spark plug for this team? What does she do for these Cardinals?
She just gets after it. She really gets after it and works extremely hard in the post area. And she's that bigger girl that we have to work hard and get the rebounds.
All right, girls, we've taken up enough of your time. You got a legion of fans that want to party with you. Congratulations on going back to the Final Four, and we can't wait to see you girls in Mizzou Arena.
Thank you so much.
That is Clara Williams and Charlie Bailey, the winningest Cardinal in the history of this school now, with 110 wins. As we get Jason Mike back up. Jason, she's excited for it. Culpepper's choking up, but I'm going to be honest, I don't think Charlie cares as much about being the winningest Cardinal. I think she seems to care a little bit more about going to the Final Four.
She's all about the hardware. She wants to win.
I know it doesn't matter now.
There'll be a day when she's older and brings her daughter to these games, and they're still going to Final Fours, and that'll mean something to her, I think.
I was going to say, there's a lot of records where you can be like, oh, I have the most this, I have the most that, and then Charlie will be able to be like, yeah, I won more games than anybody that ever put on that uniform. And to me, that record right there holds a whole different place than any other individual category you can take.
I just players like that that are that competitive, it's about the win. It ain't about the me. That's why they got this far all the time. So,
well,
someday she'll enjoy it. I hope she does.
Well, I'm so excited, man, to go back to Mizzou Arena. And I do want to take a moment to say a special thank you to the entire Tipton community, to the administrators here, to the coaching staff, to the players. They have been nothing but fantastic to work with. They've been so nice to us. And I just, like I said,
it's a class act from their tournament we come to, the way they treat us, the way they fed us, the way I just like seeing their students and their team and just the culture this place has got going right now. Man, if you're a Tipton Cardinal, you are lucky because just to see this, you had it in football season with the boys playing football. They just got it going on over here. It's a cool place to be and it's kind of a privilege to be a part of it as a Versailles Tiger on the outside looking in here. I really admire what they've got cooking over here. So.
No, I completely agree, and I am
following these girls especially.
They're
good.
They're getting better.
Yeah,
that's the crazy.
They got big
better
time this week from just the last game.
And it's looking like they may have a date with St. Vincent, barring a comeback.
But that's how it's supposed to be. You should be getting better. Should week to week. I mean, that defense really clamping it down. I mean, there were some great offensive players on that Clopton team. And I know they ended up scoring, 40.
43.
But Colton, that team's capable of scoring a lot more points than that.
Like I said, there's not much more that can be said. These girls are phenomenal. These girls are going back to the Final Four, and I can promise you they're more hungry now than they were before, and that's saying something. It's going to be Tipton, and it's going to be St. Vincent, and the winner's going to play for a state championship.
Yeah.
And maybe, just maybe, we get that collision course with Skyline realized. This has been a lot of fun, Jason.
I wonder how many Skyline people have been looking at their phone at the score today.
Well, they want it too.
Probably all wearing their Clopton shirts.
No, I will say I got to talk to a lot of people at Skyline, and they are big Tipton fans too. That's the beauty of that rivalry.
Excellence recognizes excellence.
Yes, they want to fight it out again. They want to make sure that state title is decided the way it should be. And so,
like the old Lakers and Celtics, it doesn't count if we don't beat each other.
Well, I think we're going to go ahead and put a wrap on this broadcast. We will be back Friday morning at 10 a.m. live from the Final Four at Mizzou Arena. A special thanks to Mark Sidebottom back at the studio engineering not just this game, but all season long. For Jacob on the camera tonight, of course, Coach Vansel along with me. I'm Colton Taylor. This has been another presentation of KS95 Sports. Good night.
Thanks for listening to Tipton Lady Cardinals basketball on KS95, presented by Martin Metal of Versailles. This broadcast was brought to you by California Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram, Shelter Insurance in Tipton, Pivotal Real Estate, Butch's Small Engines, Insurance Associates America, Tipton Latham Bank, Remax of Sedalia, the Tipton Times,